Just breathe and lay your troubles down. When you're tired of all the drama, makes me wanna holler, yeah. I know you're tired of stressing with the world on your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. I know you're tired of stressing. I know, yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. 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 You're tired of stressing. On your shoulders. Breathe in, let it go. You're tired of stressing. On your shoulders. Breathe in, let it go. 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 Just breathe. Just breathe.
Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. What up, family? It's your girl, JustPatrice, host of Live with JustPatrice, BlogRadio.com. It's Monday, though, right? It's Monday. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday. So glad that you guys are here with me to get our week started, to get this energy flowing. Dope. I'm excited about being here as always, per usual. Here to just bring some good energy, here to hype up stuff and make it feel great, because that's how we do around this piece. I do have a special guest coming into the studio today. She is actually en route. Shout out to my homegirl Freebird, who is actually on her way this way. Shout out to Tamira from Delicious Bites for dropping off that dope ass sandwich that I just smashed. Just unruly, kind of like. But I was hungry. Shout out to everybody that's jumping on right away. LaWanda Williams is in the building. Miss Tasha James, hey boo, how you doing? Chaz Ranji, what's good? Chaz, how you doing? Glad to have you join the conversation. Everybody that is chiming in, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Make sure y'all share the video. Share the video. I'm gonna say it again. Share the video. Go like the page. Any one of the pages that you are not following, go on and like it. Also, I want to shout out to my son and my cousin, same thing, whatever. B Dodd for the Young Highways T. I appreciate y'all. Go check him out. HYGHWAZE. You get what I'm saying? I love young entrepreneurs doing their thizzle, and he is definitely out here, getting his little brand, not little brand, but getting his brand repped around the country. He is based out of Houston. However, born and raised, he doing this thing, and I'm so glad to see him growing the capacity that he is. Let me see. Okay, everybody is on deck. If you aren't sure what you tuned into today, it is Monday. I know Live with JustPatrice is usually on Tuesdays, but today is the day. I think it's like episode 2 of our new season. I had a family emergency, and then it was King Day. I want to thank everybody for all your love and support, and just like your continual blessings and prayers for the situation that we were dealing with a couple of weeks ago. It was trying, but successful. I'm trying my best to accept things for what they are, and not what I thought could have happened or should have or would have, or if only this hadn't. I'd like to make sure that I'm doing better at, just being okay with shit, not the bad stuff, and learning to say, okay. Okay. That ain't always easy. We know that. But I do want to be able to make sure that we are, living in our own truth, living in our own space. And I do my best to walk it like I talk it is the best way to put that. I say a lot of positive things, and I think outside of just a standard feeling. Like a natural reaction sometimes is to feel or do or physically, allow your body to become overtaken by an emotion or a moment. And I worked really diligently to not allow that to be my life. It's hard because, I'm human and I got feelings. I got lots of them and they be everywhere. And when you allow your feelings to mandate the way that you interact with situations or respond to situations and or people, then you lose it. I know, be like, I had to check the days. Listen, it's Monday, but I'm on Mondays now, right? Because school starts in a couple of weeks and we're excited about that. But Mondays now, so we get to hang out and spend some time together. Shout out to everybody that is joining, share some love. Shout out to everybody who shared the page and shared the live, what have you. I know it's plenty outlets that we're trying to cover, just trying to grow our video presence here on social media and just around and abroad. I trying to do better with that. I know last time I was on air, I shared a M word with y'all, and I think I'm gonna stick to that. I love being able to, like, I wanted to say Montavious, whatever the case may be, but I'm not gonna do nothing outlandish or whatever. Not yet. However, I do want to talk about a particular word, and I'm gonna look it up to make sure that I'm gonna read the Webster's or the online version of the new series of dictionary word thingamajiggies. And let me just make sure I'm typing it in right, because I be looking this stuff up so I can get myself together. Okay. So my word for today, and it's kind of like plays along with the idea of the word for the day is mischief. Okay, mischief, playful misbehavior or troublemaking, especially in children. Playfulness that is intended to tease, mock, or create trouble, harm, or trouble caused by someone or something. And then they give you a few similarities, similar words with synonyms: naughty, badness, harm, hurt, and injury, maybe impairment, damage. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Little trouble. And I chose that word because I think sometimes when we're on a certain path and we start praying more, we start meditating more, and we ask God for a particular type of guidance, and we ask the Most High for a particular kind of understanding, that it don't usually come with him just be like, yeah, here it go, and be nice and clear. It's usually a lesson or something tied to that, that we're giving an opportunity. We're given an opportunity to experience that particular thing that we asked for, and how to deal with it, or how to come. It's crazy in my personal mind, but I think that sometimes the universe is mischievous. Hey Lisa, how you doing? And the universe, and sometimes it uses people in moments and places to do things or create scenarios that test you, to see your resilience, to see where you are, how dedicated and committed you are to a certain path. And sometimes we befall that. Sometimes we allow ourselves to be taken by that mischief, or be taken by the trouble, or be taken by the hurdle, be taken by the ill will. You get what I mean? And the truth of the matter is in that moment where you really find out, like, not what everybody else is made of, but what you are made of. And I want you to remember that, like, it's meant to not damage you or totally take you out of this life, You understand what I'm saying? But it's missed to stumble you a little bit. Like the universe is playing to make sure you on your game. So you want to play back with the universe, and you want to play back with the message and that the lesson that God is giving you, or that the ancestors have placed before you. However you try to look at it, and this is my scenario on it. Whatever, trying to place it in your own alignment. You want to be able to play the game, so you got to stay on deck. And the truth of the matter is, the best way to do that is to stay committed to the journey that you are on. It sometimes it's difficult. Like I've been telling people all week, all month almost. I don't know what's wrong with people. And it's not just people, it's me, and the way that I see people, and the way that I perceive others' behaviors. And not that I'm expected to walk in perfection. I don't expect anybody to be perfect. I'm damn near far from perfect. I just expect cordiality. I expect us to treat a certain kind of way, to be conscious of how we are engaging one another. And I watch people over and over and over again. And I just been so sad. And I was talking to some of my bros, I was talking to my mom, and I'm like, maybe it's me. And I understand that it absolutely is me, because people are just being themselves. And my expectation on what makes sense is causing me that type of duress. My ideal of where this alignment should be is where my offset is. So it's not other people. It is myself and what I expect, or what I thought, or what I believe. Or when I see other people behaving a certain kind of way, or mistreating one another, or getting lost in the quote unquote mischief of the mischief of the universe, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, you just gonna let that take you out? Oh, okay. Okay, you gonna do why who when you want to say who does that, but clearly somebody is doing it, because it's happening for me to be able to say who does that. And you know, it also gives you an opportunity to just look at yourself. And I spend these last few months really taking the time to reevaluate myself, and the things that I want, and the things that I'm trying to get to, things I'm trying to go for, my goals, my ambitions, my focuses. We're working really hard on that, and trying to get that all to just make sense, and be in alignment with not just what I want, but I want to be in alignment with the journey that God has for me, and for the path that this universe has set before me, and for the journey that, you know what I'm saying, the ancestors are standing by like, hey, this is come this way, fam. You get what I'm saying? And I want to be ready for that. I want to be able to walk in that. I want to be able to live in that with all that to say, with the word of the day being mischief, sometimes it's gonna happen. Are you ready to deal with that though? Are you ready to press past that? Are you ready to laugh it off? Because mischief is just a game, right? It's supposed to be intended for naughtiness, not to cause you detriment, but harm a little bit, to throw you off your rock a little bit. Are you ready to deal with that? Because life is full of it. Number is around every corner, under every rock. And just an opportunity waits for you to be taken out and taken down by that. Are you willing to be strayed from your blessing, from your journey, from your mission, from your goals, caught up in a moment of not being able to think clearly, not being able to move clearly? And I don't know about nobody else, but I'm not. So that is my word for today. Y'all hold on to that information, hold on to that seed, and hopefully it'll resonate with some of you, and you'll be able to take that to the bank. Not really to the bank, but you understand what I'm saying. I was also wanted to send a special shout out to all the ladies who participated in the Pearls and Chucks celebration, online celebration, as we celebrated our first female vice president of the United States. Now, it's extra dope for some of us because she's a woman of color. So that's like a triple, quad, gazillion fold on type of some amazing shit that's happening for here in the United States. The question is, in my personal take, is what are we going to do with it? Like, we're here in a position now. We've been looking for this moment, right? We got Democrats majority everything, and on top of that, we got a female in the office. We got a gentleman who was supposed to be supposedly about the Black agenda and the agenda for people of color, supposedly, for the underdog, supposedly. And I say all of that because you just never really know what we're in for when it comes to politicians. And that's my thing. Like, I don't do politics because you just never know. It's so distrusting. I'm going to do you this favor. I'll support you if you do this for me, even though I know you don't really dig and drive on this part. But I'll give you some backup on yours if you help me get this BS across. You understand? And it's so crazy. But that's how it's always a favor for a favor instead of just doing what's right. And not just doing what's right for the majority or for people as a whole, but a lot of times it's what's doing right for self and for my friends and them. It's terrible, but that's how they think. You know, when you're looking out for your people, you're in a position of power, you look out for your people. When you're in a position of power, you look out for those. You're supposed to be looking out for those who have placed you in a position to look out for them. Like, you're supposed to represent a certain group of people. And that almost never happens. And the thought of that, the heartbreak of all of that, is crazy, but it's the world that we live in. Clearly we faced a series of unfairness. It's just absolutely clear that we are what's the word I'm looking for? Clearly looking at just a lack of inequalities across the board. And at this point, for me personally, one of the best quotes I've ever seen in regards to all of the homicides, all of the unjust killings, all of the excessive use of force that's been happening to us as a people, to people of color collectively, this varying injustices, not caused within the community, but caused to us. The greatest thing I heard, one of the best quotes I saw was, we don't want you to shoot other people like you shoot us. We want you to not shoot us like you don't shoot them. You follow what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nobody else fucked up. I don't want, like, as a collective, as a right of human decency, like, we don't want other people to endure the same type of trauma. I mean, there's some people that saw it and be like, F that, they should go through this shit too. Or somebody else should. Like, I'm not that person. This is the quote that I saw and it resonated dearly with me. I just feel like, yeah, I don't want you to mess them up too. I don't want them to suffer or endure the same things that we've gone through. Also, I want us to not endure this like they don't. So that way, that part, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we should not have to endure that like nobody else is. So let us not do it too. Don't make everybody, well, fuck everybody in trouble. We just all gonna endure. We all gonna be hung. We all gonna be dragged. That's the bullest of shits ever. Straight up. Like, that's garbage. So no. But can we get equal treatment? Like, you want to scream at dude and yell at dude, put your hands up, and with the gun drawn, with intentions of causing harm. You understand what I'm saying? Can you just have the regular general questioning that you would have with somebody else? Not like, are y'all trained to draw and create that type of discord or assumption behavior towards people, because people say, yeah, then you'll hear all day, you'll hear, yeah, police, the police, the police, the police, in a group and collective. And I mean, I know some really dope officers. I do. And I guess, in love and war, you have to quote unquote choose a side. But do you really? Why not just choose the side of right? Why not? Why not just choose the side of right? And it's crazy that I'll always end up back talking about these types of things. And I managed to stay away from all this on Tuesdays. But it's always, it's like it's right here in my face. And the idea of having to deal with the fears that come along with being a woman, being a Black woman, and supposedly being able to, hold my chest up a little higher, hold my chest up a little firmer, hold my chin up a little higher, with pride and in support of Vice President Harris. I want to be able to say that. You get what I'm saying properly. I'm ecstatic. Like there are really no words to say how proud I am, but in the same breath, like I'm excited about, like, but what does this mean? And it's only one way to find that out. And I guess we'll see in a few weeks, few months, few years. I don't know how long it's going to take for there to be some actual recourse or some results that we get to experience based on decisions that are being made today, tomorrow, in this right now of politics. I fear for the American soil in a way that growing up, you just never imagined having to. You like, damn, that was done already. They did that before I got here. But everything that's happening right now is like planting the seeds of more of that stress, more of that violence to come. And do we really want to live in that lifetime? Like, is that what we want? Like, of all the ways, and I can see that how our hand is being forced into this space of a natural defense. That's just, it's as crazy as it is. I see it happening, but what are we able to do about it is my question. So, and I can pose that to you all. I can ask you, what are your thoughts on it? You know what I mean? Because the truth is, you as a citizen, yes, we vote. But like, am I supposed to walk with you to work to make sure you do your job according to the way that you said that you were going to do? Am I supposed to show up to, like, there's no accountability and no practical effort, no practical way to engage them for accountability. I would like to see that changed majorly. Am I going to lobby for it? No, because I'm not really into politics like that. I am into wellness for myself and my family, my friends and their families, my associates, my coworkers and their families, just life, people. People just want us to be well and better and okay about some things. And the best way to do that is how? We don't know. That's my take on all the politics and all the mess that's going on or whatever. I wanted to, yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Shout out to everybody that is texting or inboxing me. And commenting. I appreciate that. And you guys are awesome. Just got to notice that my Amazon is out for delivery. Anybody else y'all still excited about? I'm very excited about the Amazon deliveries still. Like, it's a problem. It's a problem. So I made a post the other day about asking people, like, what's the weirdest thing you watch on YouTube? I was surprised that people answer. I'm just completely honest, because these types of things be so private, right? Like, that's why you do them in private, because you don't want nobody to quote unquote think you're weird. Hey Lorena, how you doing, hun? Hey Krisha, how you doing? Glad to have you doing a conversation. So you don't want people to feel like you weird or you a weirdo. I was surprised that people answer. Like, I didn't know people were so fascinated with dead bodies. But hey, people probably don't know that I spend hours upon hours of free time, like right before I go to sleep, where I'm trying to make myself go to sleep, watching watching pimple pops and zit and cyst removal, and people with really really bad feet, and just all types of gross stuff that I would never be able to like do alive do in live or face to face, because my stomach is really crazy. But I'd be so intent, like on a screen like this, like I cannot look away. I cannot look away. Krisha said Amazon is an addiction I have. Girl, listen. Good afternoon, Diana. How you doing, hun? I said I like those too. It's so terrible. What Lonnie said, Kiva said, what Lonnie B is my judge on Tubi. I fuck with anybody else. And that's what you be watching? Listen, all I'm saying is I like what else do y'all watch? Like, I saw dead bodies. I saw people doing weird, some people said weird things with body crevices. Let me it was strange. Strange, but I was glad that people were willing to say it out loud. You hooked on TikTok videos. Do you watch a particular kind of TikTok video? Like for real, like I'm trying to find this post really quick, just because I was like, and my strange addiction. Lonnie B is the truth. Who is Lonnie B? Kiva. Who is Lonnie B? What's your strange addiction, Diana? I'm here now. Let me try to find this post. Let me see if I can see also. Let me see if I can see it. What's your strange addiction, Diana? Yeah, me. It's always one after another. Starting a show. Thank you, Father. Stretch before you get out of bed. Routine. I think I missed it. Uh-oh. Facebook jail. I don't know. Soon. I don't know. Okay, I think I lost it. Anyway, so that's what I asked. If you keep said you have a weak stomach and I can't watch much nasty stuff. Okay. Dinah said the show My Strange Addiction. Oh, that is the name of the show. Hey Selena, how are you, mama? How are you? Glad to have you join the conversation. Lorena said, I love the ID channel. Had to stop watching before bedtime because I end up fighting in my sleep. Girl. I don't want you fighting nobody. What is on the ID channel that's making you fight people? Like, what is that? Like, I'm so serious. What I thought I was bad watching. Like, I watch foot, like what's it, the Tobro and the DC Foot Doctor, and I watch all these just episodes of people with corroded toes and toenails, and so that I can be mindful to wear shoes that fit my feet, and to be careful where I'm walking so I don't damage my toenails, because I'm almost a senior. Now I got a little time, but I'm close enough that any damage that I do right now to my feet is going to be permanent. The same thing with my hands. And oh my God, and my teeth. Listen, I seen some videos, y'all. I'm like, what What is happening? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I guess I do, because pride is a mug. You know what I mean? When you are in a position to need assistance, and either you ask somebody and people don't really want to help, or they don't understand, or what you need help for is something that you just would rather take care of yourself. But what I don't understand is how you would rather not take care of it than to have somebody help you take care of it. Like, I just be like, oh God, please don't make me a stubborn, unwilling senior. You know what I'm saying? Please don't make me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. I don't want nothing or nobody to help me. I'm already in a place now where I'd be like, okay, I got it. Thank you. No, I'm straight. I got it. No, good. No, okay, I got it. I'm that way now. But I want to be willing to be able to receive assistance. I want to be willing to be able to, I want, look, I'm just telling you now, I want to be able to use my feet, my hands, and I don't want my mouth hurting. So you gotta be. I know this sounds like so random, but this will happen when you watch these videos, and I'll be like, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? How many who we need to see? Who do we need to see to make it right? Shout out to all the people who waited till after they was 35 to get braces, or to get, they mouth or they teeth corrected, who actually took the time to say, you know what, you can fix teeth even when you older, and decided to do it. Let me just snap my fingers up real quick, because yes, please don't be having a yuck mouth if you don't have to. Please don't have that. I mean, do you please don't do that. Please don't do that. Take care of your hands, y'all. Take care of your feet. Like, you need those. Like, you can't go nowhere if your feet is jacked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you can look down at your hands and your feet, and there is still an opportunity to make repairs or to make them well, just do it. Like, I don't want you having no fancy wardrobe, or no super fly racks on racks on racks of shoes, and your feet look like you stomp rocks for a living. That's not okay. It's just not okay. Like, how are you taking care of? Oh, I saw that too. That just came right. How are you taking care of all this stuff on the outside of you? Like, you got the dopest bags. Like, you paying all this money for these purses, or you paying all this money for watches and extra fly expensive ass clothes, but like, you are screwed up. Like, that's like, I can't, like your hands, your feet, your mouth. Like, if you can afford thousands of dollars in clothes, you can fix your mouth. If you can afford thousands of dollars and hundreds of dollars at a time, multiple times, on purses and accessories, baby, I know them teeth and them feet better be the complaint. Like, we older now. Don't you want to walk? You want to be pushed around in a chair. You want to be in the walker. You want to do the old woman walk. You know, the one because your hip is hurting. Like, like, you gotta be. I'm just saying. Tan, what's up, Tan? What's up, cuz? How you doing? Crystal, don't laugh at me. I'm just saying. Crystal, Selena Davis said, I agree with what you're saying. I just donated 15 boxes of shoes had we never worn hard weave. So I'm thinking saying hardly never, half were never worn. They felt fine when I tried them on. at the sole, but when I get them home at the store, when I get home, they hurt. And I am not doing cute toes that hurt. Listen, I'ma just tell you, I miss the idea of buying and wearing a stiletto. I missed that phase in my life, right? I got to a good heel, a wedge, and then my knees was like, no. So I missed I can do a really cute wedge now. I'm sure with the weight loss and the knee surgery, that makes that possible. You get what I'm saying? But I would love to wear a pair of, I was telling my girlfriend after that, I said, listen, mama, I think I should go buy me a pair of shoes just so I can have it. I'm not going to be able to wear it. I don't be able to wear it, but I want to be able to have it on to look cute on my feet. And I could just sit down with my legs crossed and be like, bam, do you see them? And then I will have to either take them back or sell them because I can't wear them. Like the balance required alone, as y'all, high five to all the sisters who are not ruining their legs and their feet, but still able to rock stilettos straight up. Kiva said, I watch First 48, 360, and the ID channel. Lonnie is the international Judy on duty. Oh my God. He is, let me see. He is the truth, girl. He gives me life, and I promise you, I'll send you the link. I wouldn't say anything I watch is strange. I just love watching folks' lives through their lenses. I learn life lessons without having to go through them via others. You understand what I'm saying? Not the balance. Yes, the balance, Kiva. With the little, the where you got to have your full posture on deck and to be able to manage your stride. I'm going to try to tell you right now. Okay. I try to manage my whole stride. I can do it. I put a pair of heels on. Was like, oh, I can stand here for like 2 seconds. And as long as I'm standing there, we good. But then my knee said, no. No. So I don't. Because what I don't want to be is one of them girls that be walking around in shoes look like she about to fall every step of the way. That's not no fun. It's not fun. It's cute. Not. It's cute to have them on your feet. They probably look so good. You'd be like, oh my God, this shoe was so amazing. No, I'm okay. Shout out to Kimberly Carver Wilder for joining the conversation. She said, after the pandemic, we all gonna be in a humble ass kidney heel, because we're out of practice. Well, those of us staying at home. You right. So Kiva said you a GGGF. What's a GGGF? What's a GGGF? I want to know. I'm just saying, but I should have a pair though on GP just because they look good. Like maybe I should grab some for a shoot or something, and I could put my legs up and do the cross, or have them over to the side, just so I can have it on at just one time. I like the way they feel on my feet. I love the way that they look on my feet. But baby, listen, us not walking in it. Not at all. A good girlfriend. Yes, indeed. I got you. Look at that. GGGF. Look at that. Okay, well, thank you guys for that. I appreciate that. Kiva said, you ain't lying, because these thighs and my ass, it's a battle that a buzz gets to those body parts ever. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not playing these games. Lola Ray said, practice by walking around on your tiptoes when barefoot. This will help you develop that balance and weight distribution. Hey, mama, how you doing? Listen, I tried that. That's how I was able to get to the wedge. That's how I was able to get that part to the wedge. But listen, like all of the muscles, trauma. Trauma. But I'm a practice because I said I wanted to have a pair, and so I'm gonna have a pair. Just like I wanted to get this weight off, I'm going to get this weight off still, and I'm absolutely hopefully the plan is for the 50th to have a pair of shoes that I can strut in. And I know that's they like, why you waiting? Well, cause why not? Why not? You get what I'm saying? He on FBG and IG. Look him up. Look who am I looking up? Who am I looking up? Kim said, some after midnight shoes, no walking required. See? That's what I'm saying. I need a couple of just a couple of them. Just 'cause I seen some, I was like, oh, if I could just get this thigh to calf ratio together. Like I have really large thighs, right? So trying to put on like them thigh high boots, it ain't even right. It's a thigh high stocking. It ain't right. It ain't right. It's like somebody got a one part of my leg and I swapped it out from below the knee with somebody else. Lonnie B, who keep talking about. Thank you very much, Diana. I appreciate that. I feel like somebody swapped out like right below my knee to the top part of my thigh and gave me somebody else's thigh. So I can't. Anywho, it's coming together. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just simply saying, hey, Jesse, how are you? It's so good to see you. Lorena said, I'm a peekaboo chick working out, coming out. Come on then, Lorena. I see you. Let's go. Kiva, I know what you're doing. I seen you in the shoe, Kiva, and I seen you step to be like, I see somebody walking, and I do have to, when you put on a certain shoe, it changes your posture. So your balance, that you stand up immediately, and then you actually have to walk with stride as opposed to try to, drag your legs like I do right now when I wear my Adidas or my kicks or my shoes or my boots. You know what I'm saying? I love being this close to the ground. I still fall. When was it? About a month ago that I fell again. I was outside on Fond du Lac, on my way to meet the barber, and there was a bone, and I'm sure it wasn't theirs, but I'm sure that somebody had oxtailed or whatever, them really fat, stupid, like really thick bones like this. And they long like this, and they stupid fat. Like those bones was out on the sidewalk, and I missed it. So I stepped on it. My entire ankle rolled, and that's how you bust your shit. One day. Look at Rico. Hey, Rico. Glad to have you join the conversation. Diana said, hey, Benny. Hey, love, how are you? I love saying that. Hey, Benny. Y'all, listen, I'm just trying to tell y'all, I be feeling so spectacular lately, and I'm glad. I'm sure. So that's right. I saw my love. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all, for this. Just trying to make sure I get this together. Okay, so I figured that while I had opportunity to play this transition, that I would do so this way. So I have been roaming through. If I share it here, if you enjoy skating, that helps too. Even just walking around your house in skates builds up those muscles. You know what, Lola? I used to really like skating, and then my ankles was like, two. Come on in. Are you? I'm jealous. Diana said, I'm 5'10". Let me find the 5'10". I put on a heel. I'm damn near 6 feet. But man, when I worked small claims and I wore heels in the courthouse and walked down those hallways, baby, I bet. She said she felt sexy as let me see. I'm well, babe. You besides the fall. Did I what the fall? I did fall. I bust my stuff. Yeah. I'm scraping my hands and everything. But it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to fall as little as I can. I think I've fallen more on this side of 30 than I have my entire life. Seriously. Like straight up. These last 10 years though, I'm just saying these last 10 of them, I'm sure that I done hit the pavement more times than I had the majority of the times that I was a whole adult. Right quick, I'm gonna try to find this video that I want to be able to share with y'all. I hope it'll let me play it while I'm transitioning my sister girl in really quickly. But I saw this video and it was so, for me, I'm sure it wasn't the first time that it had rotated out or whatever the case may be, but nonetheless, it was just so crazy that I ran across it when I did. Now, anybody that knows me will tell you that, I don't usually, hey queen, because my idea of, you can put that anywhere you want to. That's fine. Hey queen, because my idea of what the word queen is, or what a queen is, I'm all about the little definition. A queen is she's something, queen behavior, queening, all these different things mean something different. And I don't think we always understand exactly what that looks like. And because of that, I think the word is misused often. And kind of like people misuse the word friend, and kind of like people misuse the word sis, or they use that. I think that the gist of it, the meat of it, is missed, and because of that, I don't. I use it with all care, and I use it with all love. However, I saw this video. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get you in a minute. However, I saw this video while I was scrolling through the blood. While I was scrolling through Facebook, and I believe Nzinga had it on her page, right? And because it caught my eye so hard. Now, you know what? I was trying to play the video, but it's not going well. Pulling it up, it's just not going well at all. I don't know. It's not. It just don't want to participate in that capacity. And the truth is, I do not want to. Okay. T Black, I got you for sure. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. No, it's not looking good. Golly, man, I hate when this happens. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is just play it this way. I was trying to play it so I could show y'all the video, but it's not allowing me to do the switch over like I wanted to. So I'm gonna have to just play the audio for you. Now, let me see. Let me give it a second while it's still loading. Come on, social media. Yeah, I'm gonna just play the audio for y'all while it's showing out real hard. I can take that. Okay. It's like right here. It's like right here though. Why is it so far down? Look, 1, 2, 3, 10 scrolls. Let me see where I'm at. How far down? Yeah, it's right. I'm right here at it. Okay, let me just see. Just let me see if it'll let me do it. Because I want y'all. There it is. Come on, then, with the little patience, finally. There it is. Okay, look. So I'm gonna let this load up so I can literally just show y'all the video, because I ain't gonna lie, it made me cry. And maybe I was just in a space that I was vulnerable enough to receive what they were saying, but it was so beautiful. And I felt so empowered and so like, you got to be talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like in this space. And I thought that was just really dope. And I'm letting it load up so that I can play the video for y'all and not have to what you call it? Is that a yeah. And not have to just run the audio. Yeah, I was surprised. Like as surprised at the strength in the video. Is it gonna let me do it? Let's click to expand. Let's see if it'll let me. While it's my whole system is like, we let you on air. We let you play this other software. Stop playing games. So y'all bear with me while I try to get it together. I'm so sad about not being able to share the video with y'all. But let me see. If I click it, is it gonna do it? No? No? No.
It's also important to rest.
There
Make
she
sure
go.
your hustle doesn't get in the way of your health. Girl, take care of yourself.
And the next time you want a second
Come on now, y'all. There we go. I'm gonna pause it.
guess yourself.
I'm gonna run it back. I know y'all like, dang, Patrice. Just hold on. I can do it. And I'm gonna share my screen. And one day my software is not gonna treat me like a little biatch. Because that is what is happening. But I'm going to make sure that it's this. And I believe that you guys can see the video screen. It will clear up in just a moment. And I believe that is what you guys are seeing. So you should be hearing this as well. I'm going to give you a minute while I prep up my girl.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, Queen. Sister.
Girl, you've done it again.
You are constantly raising the bar for all of us and doing so flawlessly.
You do know that you're that girl, right?
I hope that when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, you see how divine you are.
Know that so
They can't
many
see.
people want
Yes.
what you got. You have dreams to fulfill and promises to yourself that you must keep.
I know at times you feel underappreciated and misvalued. Trust me, we've all been there.
So it's necessary that you can count on yourself.
Now, don't go seeking perfection.
Extend yourself a little grace.
Don't be afraid to celebrate the little wins as much as the big ones.
You, Miss Thane, are courageous. You are dynamic. You are principled.
So baby girl, just remember, respect is a minimum.
There's a sweet justice in knowing that the path you are on was designed for you and you alone.
Doing right by yourself never goes out of style.
Everything about you is majestic and a force to be reckoned with.
Trust me, people are paying attention.
You're special and worthy of praise. Don't shy away from it.
And you don't have to get your groove back because guess what? You never lost it.
It's also important to rest. Make sure your hustle doesn't get in the way of your health. Girl, take care of yourself.
And the next time you want to second guess yourself, don't do it.
So pause for a second right now and relax, relate,
Release.
You are needed. You are appreciated.
Girl, you make me so proud. And I love you.
Remember,
You are 100%
that queen.
Oh, yes.
So that and all of that damn energy and all of that damn goodness, like that was so fire to me, right? Like I know for some people that was like, okay, so you know, all these women, so what, having this convert thing, whatever. But again, maybe it was the moment, maybe it was the timing, maybe I don't know, but it was so fire and so needed for me in that moment that I was like, I gotta share it. I gotta share it. And now some people are like, you know, why you should share this, or I'm posting it, or I did this, and I don't get a chance to, you know, share other people's stuff. And I don't scroll through pages frequently. I get on, I post, and I get off. Now some nights I'm up and I'll spend some time trying to, I don't know, just see what's going on. You know what I mean? But it'd be like the middle of the night, and who am I harassing besides Free? Because she's up too, trying to be whatever, or say whatever, or do whatever in the middle of the night. But I'm like, I needed people to see that. Like, I know I was hopeful that, you know, some of you would watch the video on your own when I shared it to my wall. And then I became even more insistent upon at least sharing it for today's show, which is why I was like, hold on a minute, I'm gonna get it. And y'all got to get some of that work today. So dude, you don't understand like what they just said. You know what I mean? Like, you are 100%. Like, that's it. Like, you are that. They didn't say that, but you know, some folks in the hood would be like, you that bitch, right? You that boss. You know what I'm saying? You that queen. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm working on the idea of the language there, but I get it. It's relatable. It's what's happening now. Everybody using it now. I just feel like the job of a queen, people underservice it. And you gonna carry the title, you got to do the job. A queen is something more ever than a queen, more ever than a king could be. She is a whole other force to be reckoned with. And maybe that's the concept. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's the message that's being delivered. And speaking of a force to be reckoned with, I am joined in studio right now with my sister, my homegirl, my love pumpkin. I know I be doing too much. First of all, these curls is popping. I just want to say that real quick. Freebird is in the building. What's up, mama? How you doing?
Hello, everyone.
You gonna do it?
Yes, it's the Fancy, Funky, Fly, Fresh, and most importantly, Fabulous, Fatal, and Freebird checking in.
Indeedums. First, this hair.
It's growing back.
Let's talk about this hair, though.
It's growing back, y'all.
Of how fly it is. First, you know, this is my all-time favorite Free look.
Really?
It's just so naturally you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like the richness and the black of your hair, girl.
And the thinness.
Girl, did you try to do that? See how you try to do that real quick?
The age is rearing its ugly head. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. I received it.
I'm gonna just bring myself together real quick. Cause for real.
Thank you.
You
saw it when it was like super long and luxurious. Though.
And
like,
how old are we now? But how old are we now, though?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have beautiful.
You've seen the big chop like 3 times.
So
I've cut my hair like way too many times, and my grandmother would prefer.
Well, do you know how long your hair would be if you had not?
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, unreal. You would be mad every day.
Yeah.
Talking about stuff. I'm not coming in
because it hurts, right? It hurts.
And you tender-headed. That's so funny, dude. So funny. LaWanda said, I love this video. Received the video one day when I was down. Definitely lifted my spirits. Man, listen, it was fire. Tamara White joined the conversation. What up, sis? How you doing?
Honey bunny.
Hear that? Just wanted to do that one time.
What's that?
Girls, a pita.
A pita?
Yes. A pita with grilled chicken on it.
The pita?
Tamara White. Yes.
I didn't know nothing about no.
Yeah, somebody was gonna be how long?
I couldn't eat it anyway, though.
Right, you could have picked it.
Yeah.
Lettuce, some of the chicken, you could have. Let me tell you what I have been freaking craving. Okay? So 2 weeks ago when I was mid-trauma, I just say that because Freebie was coming to be on the show 2 weeks ago. And fortunately, the situation happened, a family situation. I went to go handle that. But she was like, so I'm still bringing your food since you got to be at the emergency. And I was like, good, because I've been starving. So she bring me this food to try to take my edge off, whatever. And let me tell you about these pepper boat things. Okay. All I know, it was a pepper, a bell pepper, a yellow pepper, and an orange one. Okay. And they had a white stuff in the middle, some kind of cheese stuff.
And cheese.
Listen, it had a chicken on it. It had
Cashews.
that was the treat. Okay. The bacon and the cashews.
Spinach. Tomato.
Yeah. It was an inverted sandwich.
It's really good, guys.
Listen, I will buy the stuff. Whatever you need, I need that. And whatever
little ones for my dad because he was looking for snacks. So I was like, I want to found just a slew of little yellow and orange peppers and red ones.
I was so mad having to eat the last bite. I was looking at the last one like, okay, I'm gonna save it for later. And I saved it for later. And then when it was gone, I was like, this is just whack.
You know, I actually got the idea from TikTok.
TikTok, you say?
But it was a green pepper and cream cheese. And I do not like either of those, nor would I think I would like them together. So I said no. The only peppers I eat are sweet peppers, which are the orange and the yellow. I don't even do the red. So I was like, but this Boursin cheese, though, because I want cheese. I don't want creamed cheese like that. I need something with a little bit more flavor. So you got to get the garlic and the chive, or the shallot and the garlic.
I don't know what was going on.
And it is just the right amount of salty.
It was everything.
Out the sweet.
It was everything.
Some raw cashews on top of them too. So it's a good crunch. You think it won't sound good together, y'all, but it really
Listen,
works.
I'm telling you, is this pepper, this cheese with what kind of flavor? What kind of cheese was that?
We did the garlic and herb.
Garlic and herb, some Spanish tomatoes, bacon,
sweet cherry tomatoes too,
and the little bitty baby cherry tomatoes. And I don't even like tomatoes like that.
But it just works, y'all.
It just all worked together, and I didn't have to worry about the little seeds in my mouth because I don't like the seeds.
I take those out anyway.
But just together, like you want it together, all of it.
Like you don't even need a drink.
You want to pick it up, and you want to bite it, and you want to chew it, and the crunch of the pepper.
Got to make sure the peppers are right.
I just wanted to say.
I was going to bring some today, guys. I really was. I was going to surprise her. But my son ate the peppers and
But here's
the thing about that, because my son can eat anything that he wants, but I am restricted to a very limited amount of food and a very limited or a very high protein diet. So
and luckily,
get protein drinks.
She shared it with us.
Water. I got to get all that stuff because my children seem to think that if I'm doing the diet, that they have to do the diet with me, like entirely. So they walking out drinking protein drinks like it's dessert, and I'm like, hey, do you really need that? Because I do. I need that, and now there's none for me, and I need that. No, they don't care.
But they
I love that they do it because
now they're having regular stuff now.
They're doing it with me. So, and they actually enjoyed the meal prep more than they did just me trying to find something to make for dinner each night.
Well, this whole process, whatever you are doing, whatever it's got you experimenting in this kitchen. Let me tell you about these nuts. And if one more person asks me about these nuts,
I told you
he's coming. Trust me. I was like, fam, like all jokes aside, like,
and she didn't even think she was gonna like them, y'all.
What, the nuts? Yes, I did.
She was like, I don't really like these, so I thought she was gonna send me a picture of like the ones that she didn't like picked out. Nope,
I ate them all. I told you.
Had a spoon in the end.
I was scraping up all the seasonings, especially just so you know, if you having a snack attack, if you get what I'm saying, if you on munch mode.
It's the perfect snack. It is.
Trust me.
It's the perfect snack.
I was sitting in the room with people and they was like, can I get some more of them nuts? Get out of here. It's not for
Yeah,
everybody.
My dad took them all. My dad
Phenomenal,
and my
dude.
stepmother took them all this time. So I gotta re-up next
Dude,
week.
just the whole thing with it. I denied myself one pleasure to have those nuts. I just want to say that. And we know exactly what I'm talking about. Because I was
exactly what you're talking about.
I was like,
I'm just eat
the nuts.
Sometimes it be
so good. They were so good. Shout out Tamara said, I want some nuts.
I will bring you some, baby boo.
Yes,
I will
were
go and
so
get some and bring you some.
good. They were spicy, just enough to make you do this.
Like a buffalo ranch.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit of that. Not a whole, but just a...
Wait, Tamara and I was making jokes about the nuts. Remember?
Y'all want some nuts?
No, they're really good, though. I promise y'all. They're really, really good.
They are phenomenal. Nikki Bobicki joined the conversation. Hey, mama, how are you?
I haven't seen her in forever.
And she said, let me know about the nuts. She wants the nuts. Listen, it's the best snack ever, though.
I'm telling you, she's my greatest hype.
Like your whole thing be like, let's be clear. Y'all know I don't eat a damn thing that I don't like. Let's look at the camera right now. Y'all know I don't eat nothing. That I will try something just to say that I tried it so I can tell you I don't eat that. Not so much, I don't do it, be like, I'm not trying that. I've eaten it. And I can say, yeah, I ain't doing that.
The nuts, they grow on you.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Have you, they said, where are these nuts located? Can I say that Freebird is sold up as far? Yes,
Freebird's Kitchen.
In Freebird's Kitchen. That's where these nuts are.
Freebie's Kitchen.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Look at Nikki said, congratulations on your weight loss. Congratulations on your weight loss. We all out here getting thin and shit.
Thank you.
Yes.
I can see it.
Yes.
I still see the same.
That's okay. I know what I see. That's why I said, come on, squeeze by here. You was like,
I was like, can I fit? Like my depth perception is off.
Because I knew that you could fit. I was like, yeah, come on, squeeze by there. If I could fit in a little space, you can fit in a little space. It's nice.
Yeah, it's different.
Let's talk about these earrings, though.
Oh, do you guys see my ears? Wait, Tamara, she gonna love these.
Tamara. Listen, do you see these earrings?
Do I need to come closer?
Do you see these? All I'm saying is that these earrings scream the collective. I just want to say that.
For those that may not be able to see it, it is a teal and purple resin encased with a little bit of shimmer. It says Yo MTV Raps, and it also has a piece of turquoise and amethyst.
This so fly. I'll push it down right now.
And yes, I am selling them. Yes, they will be uploaded to the site, but it is a long process. And all weekend I've been silent because I've been fighting with new machinery that I've purchased. And I'm like, I have to get this right before I put these out there, because y'all know that I don't like to give y'all anything half-ass. So this was many tears and many frustrations. And the kids were looking at me rolling eyes because I might have said, I'm going to take all this shit back. Like 12 times.
12 times only?
Yeah, only 12. Only 12. I cried. Mom, why do you look like you're about to cry? Because I can't get this right. This is a bad idea. But you know what? I think I'm getting the hang of it. I'm sure there are many other magical things that I'll learn how to do, but I'm going to stick it out. But I've achieved the first task. So they are both encased in resin. It is just a graphic, a stock photo, I'll be adding some of my own art, but just with other paper. They're very, very lightweight, but they're actually a part of the Antoy series. And for those of you who know Antoy Johns, she does Transcending Salon and Spa. That's my big sister. And she is forever a blessing and like the epitome of favor ever given to me in my lifetime. And so these are for her, not for her, but this is her line, her collection. So just like the wall hangings are from the Book Down Production collection, these will be from the Antoy John collection.
She said the Boogie Down Productions.
Yes, the Boogie Down Production. Jamila Riley.
Yes,
if y'all
absolutely.
didn't know who Boogie Down Productions is, that's who Boogie
I knew exactly. Yes, I'm like,
yeah, that's my Boogie. So, but Antoy Johns, this will be from her collective because she is wonderful and she definitely aided in that journey. it was one of those type of moments where I was just getting a feel for it. Like, hey, does anybody have this that maybe I can experiment with? Because I'm trying to see something, as Patrice says on her stats. Like, I'm trying to see something real quick. Man, Toy sent me money and she was like, go get your shit. Don't ask for nothing. Go buy your shit. And I'm talking money that was sent where you thought it was a mistake. Like, she sent this to me on accident. She was supposed to be paying somebody else. No, she was like, go get your shit. And don't ask anybody else for anything. But I wasn't really asking. I was just saying, hey, can I come to your house and play with it? She's like, no, go get your own. Play with your own. So that's why. That's the story behind the Antoy Collective, because she really blessed me. And she was like, I believe in your art. I believe in what it is that you're doing. I love you. And so I want you to do whatever it is that you need to do to succeed. So shout out to Antoy.
Akiba said that all month I've been struggling with trying to purchase from you, Freebird.
Have you? What do you want, honey? I saw that you wanted the Tree of Life, but the Tree of Life I'm working on very slowly because that copper really cuts into my skin. So those take really, really long to bend. So it's not that I've forgotten, but let me know what you want. I have many things on the site too, www.freebiedoesit.com, and just let me know. The variations can be made. If you guys see something that you like and it's not the same exact style, I can use the very same stones, but I can also attune it so that it's your very own customization. So
I put
but these I'll be making more of.
My hair.
Oh, you did?
I did. And all of my stuff.
I saw it. I saw all of the stuff over there.
Absolutely. Lorena Marie, you didn't notice when you met. Notice when we met. Hey, Cullen. How are you, darling?
Hey, Cullen.
Yes, she got the machine. I got my machine as well, child. It's a job, baby. She must be talking about the
Cricut.
Yeah.
And the printer. And the software. It's like, man, forget this. I ain't got to do all of this. This is ridiculous. I am not a patient woman. I'm very calm in my spirit, but I am not a patient woman.
No. You get the
at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be mad. Oh, I'll be so upset.
I'm like, you got it. It's okay, mama. I know right now, though.
Right, she put my little tools. I couldn't stop. I become obsessed with it. So y'all don't know how many purchases and returns I made just trying to find the right material, trying to find the right paper, cussing folks out at Office Max and Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Like,
places. That's how you
absolutely. This man lied to me and told me he had something. And I went to three stores already. And I was like, you said that you had this. You weren't paying attention.
Did you use the little
hand? I said, you weren't paying attention.
Did you use the little hand? You got such a cute little hand.
And I have my gloves on.
Look at this. That with the muff, the mittens.
No, I didn't have any mittens. I just had on my fuzzy
That would have been funnier. Just so you know that. The little cute mitten hand. She got widow hands. Like they this big. I'm kind of like
whatever, man.
But they the cutest little hands you ever seen in life. She like, and she be so serious. And be like, look at her face. Look at her. You love your sister when you be like, they look at his face. Look, she trying to be mad. Look at her. Look at her. So how do you think she is trying so hard? It's so cute. Nobody this adorable can be mad for real in life. They can only be mad for a moment. It'd be like a second, and she'd be like, ah!
The curse of the Cabbage Patch.
Then she'd be like,
the curse of the Cabbage Patch.
That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. Be really careful. Not when you see her angry.
Beware of the garbage pail kid.
Beware of that little sweet smile that you think.
It's not the Cabbage Patch, it's the garbage pail kid on the inside.
Because she is coming for that.
Furious Franny. Furious Franny.
Do not call yourself. That's almost as bad as
that's like the garbage pail kid, like though. Remember?
You see, I had to be quiet. I put my hand up and whispered it.
Hey, that was dope in a moment. I don't care what y'all said.
I didn't say nothing.
Y'all laughed at me for 30 minutes, and I don't care. It was still great.
First of all, we were high. So let's be fair about it, okay? Because it was a collective thing. You wasn't by how and ever, fam. And you was so dedicated.
I was.
I
stuck with it.
You did. You did.
And I still stand
I know. Look, I know.
I don't remember what my thought process was in that moment, guys, but I knew that it was passionate and it came from a deep place.
It's deep. It did. You meant it too. And I was like, Oh,
I did. I was so upset. Like, I was sitting there, the little sister, just really like in my little feelings because they clowned me for like 30 minutes because of what I said. And I was like, so it was really
she was
like
like,
that little
no.
sister
She
moment.
was
where
like,
it's
you guys.
I don't care.
She's like, you guys are missing.
I don't care. I don't care.
You guys are missing the big picture. You got to see it.
It was
And
definitely
then
a stoner moment.
I was like,
it was a stoner moment, guys.
I was gathering shit. Saying you ain't never getting high with us.
Yeah, when I get high, I become a stoner. I start philosophizing and psychoanalyzing.
When you start gathering stuff, you like, family, we ain't never get high with us.
She put it all up. Like, she brought out this colorful array in this box.
It was so ready, wasn't it?
It was different.
It was like,
bits of whatever it was we wanted.
Yeah.
And whatever they gave me, evidently.
And she was like, and then
I was Frocrates. I was Frocrates.
That was my baby. She said, wow, and then
I did. I was.
Then I was like, oh shit. My bad. I'll take responsibility.
And I still philosophize.
Yes, you do. Let's talk about how do people? Is it just on Freebie? Does it?
Yeah, it's on Freebie. Does it? Well, this is the
like,
first.
Do you have
I've
another set?
Oh my gosh!
Like, what do you have?
Oh my
right
gosh. Right now, I have Celie sitting at the table watching Mr. Cook with flour on her hands.
Okay.
I got Marvin Gaye with his stacked silver Doc Martens and his red Scully.
He's like Audie.
I got Pam Grier as Coffee holding the gun with her dress done. She was about to put it up, remember, after she was through, and then she had to pull out her gun in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
I got when Della Reese bent after she get punched in the face by Eddie Murphy, and she like, oh, I'm gonna have to kick your ass now. I got, oh my gosh, I have so many. I got Prince. I have so many that I'll be posting later. Once I finally mastered it, or not mastered it because it's far from mastering, but once I achieved the purpose that I wanted, then I did a set. But because it is a very long process of just making sure that you have the right shape for the right printout with the color, and then, you have to turn it 180 to make sure that the other side isn't, because it's this side, but then it also is on the other side as well, but it's turned 180 so that the picture flip-flops. I got a Love Jones one of Nia sitting at the table smiling with the audacity of Darius, and I got the other ear with Darius on the mic smiling, looking at Nina. So it's just, I got so many.
Where do you get where's the inspiration from these?
It's a pull on all black everything. So, those are moments that define really special parts of our lives and things that were nostalgic for us, and parts of and pieces that we'll never get back, but we'll always remember the feeling. I mean, think about it. Yo MTV Raps. My daughter was like, was that like Hip Hop Helicopter on the Proud Family? Absolutely not. It was not. Yo MTV Raps was some of the best thing. And The Basement.
She said, no.
Absolutely
no,
not.
You
absolutely
no,
not.
you're not gonna do that.
The Basement is coming to Nickelodeon. I have like, you can't do that on television. Y'all remember that?
Nice.
Y'all remember you can't do that on
television? So like you
television?
just went like completely nostalgic.
I just went completely nostalgic. And it's really for February. It's going to be centering Black love, Black art, Black exploitation. It's going to be all of those. I got Red Fox smoking a cigarette. I got Chris Rock looking at the camera. This is a
whole other area.
Yes, it's a different look for me.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, not a look, but it's
definitely
it's another facet of what it is that I'm doing.
Because baby,
this is totally me.
That's what I'm saying. It's totally you.
I got the Temptations looking gangster as hell.
Tell me you saw the
Wu-Tang
video.
Is for the children. I got it. Everything.
Did you see the video, the little meme that has the two men sitting at a desk, and one man has this really long line headed towards his desk, and all these people in this line, and on the signs above the desk, one says David Ruffin, and the other one said Otis.
Anybody come see you, Otis?
I cried. Do you hear me?
That's a good one. I was put that on one too.
I'm like, if you know it, then
anybody come to see you, Otis.
Anybody coming to see you.
Anybody come to see you, Otis.
That was
things like that. But you see, when you see that, you're like, oh wow, damn, I remember that. Or it's funnier. It's a conversation piece. It's a showstopper. So
yeah.
And I can't take full credit because I saw you scroll artists, they tend to give you an algorithm with other artists. So there was another young lady, I can't remember her name now, but because it was just one of those photos that you scroll through. Shout out to Tamara because my honey sent me stuff. She's like, I saw this and thought of you. I love when people do that because I'll be like, let me see if I can do that. I get super excited. So much appreciation. But when I saw hers, I saw that it didn't quite look. I mean, and let's just be honest, as artists, we're like, well, I think I could freak that and make it my own. And then, of course, everything has my crystal attunements and my crystal customizations in it. So it's like, that's really cool. I think I want to try something like that. So it's not, it's just another colorful expression inspired by someone that I saw do it years ago. And then I was like, you know what? I think I really want to try this. It's time. And so this is what we came up with.
Shout out to Jackie Holton. Shout out to Crystal Ship. She said you have on a bracelet.
I do. Shout out to Crystal Ship. Yes, this is Unakite and Rose Quartz. And she made it for me. We're going to just say that because she said that she made it for that reason that morning and she didn't know who it was. But when she came to me, she made it for me and I've not taken it off at all. So,
Bam.
But let's talk about this Unakite though.
Yep. Hold on one second, love.
Okay.
Crystal said, I'm scared to post my pen with the sage and stones and my teddy bear. I don't want anyone coming for you, Francis. She got Wilbur.
Girl, you better she Oh, I guess this is why you did it, Crystal. This
Hello.
is exactly what we were afraid of.
Hello. Is she got Wilbur?
Yeah, no, she got Willoughby.
She got Willoughby.
And Willoughby glows in the dark.
I know who
all
glows
the
in the dark.
Willoughbys. So you guys know all the Willoughbys glow in the dark.
Where's Wilbur?
You didn't tell me you wanted
I just want to know where Wilbur
is on my altar.
Okay.
He's a very personal piece.
He should be.
So he stays on
I was wondering what was going on, Francis.
There's a blue Wilbur in the store.
Just wondering.
That is on the site.
Just wondering about the cutest teddy bears.
I know as soon as I make the pins, I sell out of the pins.
Yes, we talked about the pins. I definitely need to. I need a set of pins, like just a whole series of pins, and we'll work that out. Let me know when and what and however. I need a set of pins.
You know that I can do. I will.
I love
my
customizations. You be up in the night,
right? I love doing those. I mean, I do so many customizations, and I really love that because that's my bread and butter. And I really just like that people trust me with creating for them. Like it's such an honor that people trust me with that in my hands. You know? But when it comes to the little fun stuff that I want to do on the side, I have to make a list. I have a list in my phone
of all the stuff you want to try to get to.
I want to try because I have all sorts of molds and I'm working with alcohol ink and just a whole bunch of stuff that I just went crazy.
Kiva said, yes, I made one thing so far. So that was Kiva. She said she had made something so far. Tyra said, I knew you. Tamara said, I knew you would. I can't wait. I want one. Amethyst, please.
I'm sure gonna try it.
Diane said, yes, I love that. That's what I do. I make my own. Exactly.
Yeah, you make it your own.
Kiva said, Tamara, white girl. Let me see. I'm still looking at mine, gathering all my must-need items. Come on, y'all. I'm just saying, yes, Kiva, a set of writing pens. Okay.
I can definitely
listen. Tamara said, I understand the struggle. Listen.
Yes. Yes. Because, you have what Boogie, she says it best. She's like, it's artist brain. Because there's just so many different things, but I'm trying to discipline myself. It's a goal that I'm setting to focus and push one thing because I just have the ability to just let my mind wander and make a million different things. But then it's like, but I want to be able to push one thing specifically. But I think that most of it's centered around my crystals. So I think that's really what it is. That's my main. But then it's like, I don't want to burn myself out with making so many different things to where then people won't know what to choose because they'll be like, I want so much. But then it actually helps me because when people come to the physical store, they're like, okay, I know I sent you this, but I'm going to take these two too. And I'm like, word.
Indeed.
You know, they always end up leaving with more stuff than they initially wanted.
So Bobby Drake said, "Hey, Free."
Hey, I got my oatmeal. I had my protein drink on the way over here.
Indeed. Selena Davis Cook said, "Where can I purchase her items? I also wanted to know if she can do something with the broken jade bracelet that my Mill gave mother-in-law, MIL, yes, gave my daughter."
Absolutely.
All right, Selena. Best way to reach her is
www.freebiedoesit.com, freebiedoesit@gmail.com, Freebie Does It on Facebook, Freebie Does It on Instagram, or if you're my friend already here, it's Frances Freebird Morgan on Facebook as well.
That real said, my artist brain is screaming at me to come back.
It's just, and you have to, and it's crazy because we were just talking about your calling and what it is that you're supposed to be doing, and all of my friends are like, man, it's so nice to see you here, because they knew that's where I belonged, but I was too busy chasing somebody else's dream and somebody else's company, and I was like, that didn't work out for me. But now I'm doing what it is that I love to do, and I get to learn and create every day, and it's a beautiful existence.
Isn't that like so good feeling?
It's the best thing in the world.
Like, that's how I feel. Like, I'm not a visual artist. Well, not publicly, but you know, I painted for you before, and I
painted to me while she was on the phone with me.
I don't know what, I'm an expressionist. I can say that. So depending on how I feel and what the moment it is, sometimes it come out. Like, I've made candles, I've done paintings, but like music. I'm a writer, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to sort of come out and I express how I'm feeling in some kind of way, I think it's a dope experience to be able to generate something tangible for people to take away that you created, and be able to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no idea how geeked I be about this oil. What you do? You get, I'm like, it's a fucking oil. It's oil though, but it's not just oil.
But it's not just oil, because I put that oil on mixed with this unakite that helps me sleep every night that Crystal made me. We ain't had no problem sleeping.
You understand?
I go to bed. You hear me?
She has been, and Free usually be up
till like 7:30 in the morning.
Till the sun be like, you
and
going
then
to bed
only
now?
Sleep until 11 and get back up.
And then be up and then be,
Now I go to bed by 12:30 in the morning, and I wake up like clockwork at like 6:30, but I lay there until 8 and then I get up.
No, so that's what I'm talking about. Get that rest. You know what I'm saying? To be able to give somebody, like, when you attune crystals, and I know because, you know what I'm saying? I have them. I keep them, and I don't have my stuff. They everywhere. The other day we did the photo shoot. And did you see that?
I love the picture. I was like, look at that.
That's right. Did you see the rose scrub? Did you see the rose scrub? And in the hair and in my ears. So I wore the whole set. I was like, quit playing. You know what I mean? But it just, I felt good and I felt empowered in it. And it brought me peace. I was out of my comfort zone, but I wanted to do it. So I was comfortable in the space. And so
that's because I always sneak a clear quartz in all y'all rose quartz.
Every time.
As a magnifier. Don't tell nobody, y'all know my secret, okay?
Every time. Like, she focuses on those what you need moments. You know what I'm saying? And be able to give that to somebody when you don't even know that you need it. You know what I mean? Like, she was like, here, I made this. I'm like, yes, I do. Thank you. I didn't. Yes. Yeah, I will have it. Thank you very much. And I take that. And, you know, and a lot of people, because, and I am very openly Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that is my practice. Do I have a traditional practice of what that looks like? I don't. And I know it makes a lot of people very uncomfortable. I'm okay with that, because my relationship with God is my relationship with God. But I also understand that he makes us available to be connected to certain things for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Makes you aware of certain things for a reason. And because of that, like, all my life, I've been connected spiritually to something. You know what I'm saying? And that's all him, in my personal opinion. And being able to magnify that relationship as it's connecting to the things that are in my life and the things that are put around me. Like, so I have no problem with that. Like, why else would this be here?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Why else is this here? Like
What's
we
it
are
for then?
we are misusing, we are misunderstanding the purpose of all this. This rock ain't here just to be a rock. It's here because we don't really know what its purpose is. Like, what is it doing?
Because we
It's
were
doing,
given all
you know what I'm
the
saying?
tools that we needed.
Everything. It's doing something. Like, what is really the grass for? I know this sounds silly, but you get what I'm saying? Think about it. Because it ain't just to be walked on and to be pretty for decoration. It serves a purpose. All these little things, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's the light, whether it is a light, whether it is to generate the light, which is the sun, you get what I'm saying? And all these things come together and they create a space for us to genuinely appreciate the blessing that this life offers us and all of the parts. We're so afraid to tap into more parts of the activity of our brain. We're afraid of that because we don't know what it is. Like, nobody else has done it. And then when somebody does it, then they're considered a quote unquote genius or a psychic or a witch or but why not just know they know something that you don't yet, but have the ability to be made aware of,
to tap in.
You know what I'm saying? Why not? And so I want to know all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I think it's so important people understand, like, even without study, energy, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere you look, that is what we are created of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Flesh, and then something is charging our bodies to make it move.
Yes, very much so.
What is that? What do you do with that? Where do you put that, and where does it go? You get what I'm saying? Crystal said right there, alignment is everything. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? And if I can sit next to my sister and not touch her and do this, and I can feel her, that's not normal. I mean, that's not unnormal. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that we're aware of now. It's been happening. It ain't new. It's not new. We're just conscious of it now. Just like this whole generation of babies that's come along and are not as accepting of tradition.
I love it.
Was that a good way to put that?
I love it.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
That these non-conformative.
Thank you. These non-conforming and that are making these changes happen, i.e., there is a woman holding the vice presidential office in the United States. Let me look on my shoulder.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I have that one too. In one ear, I got Michelle, and in the other ear, I got Kamala. Just so
they, and I'm saying they, the people who established this place, when they dipped off from overseas and they came over here and they was like, "This gonna be our new house."
And we gonna make
and
somebody else build it for us.
They didn't even think about that. They didn't give two fucks how it got built. All they knew is that we gonna always be in charge of our stuff.
Have the tables turned.
Oh, but you gonna have all these people come over and become the majority on your ass. And then who gonna be in charge forever?
Because they are willing to do all the things that you don't want to.
All the things that you don't want to do. I was telling a young lady this the other day, and I'm glad to hear you say that. We were having a conversation about power and who's the most powerful person in the country, in a company. And she kept saying, "Well, the CEO, the boss."
It's the first person you see when you walk in.
Immediately, that person right here has the ability to make or break this company. I get you all the money, or I can make you lose all the money. Now, mind you, the time that I'm making you lose the money could be short-lived. If you're smart enough, you're gonna get rid of my ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm out here ruining the possibility of growth. But I'm the person that makes everything matter. I created this experience, and this life is generated, like spending is generated on the thought of a moment, a need, an experience. Just I think I might. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then you've experienced it, and then now you had it, and you would like to duplicate that again, whether it's food, a toy, an object. Toys is computers. Mm-hmm. You know? No?
Computers don't make you laugh like that.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do.
Computers don't make you blush like that.
No, they don't. You get what I'm saying? And I was trying to explain to her where the power lies in the company.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Come here for this.
Whatever. Crystal said, make it every encounter count. Exactly.
Yeah.
If you can speak it, you can manifest it and bring it into fruition. Just tap in. You know, it's so crazy. If they say that in every aspect of religion, but they freak out. But people, even the people who study whatever religion that is, freak out when they see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the power of manifestation is a whole real thing.
It's a prayer.
Do you understand? Could you say that? Could you say that again? Say it again, because I'm like, I got you. Say it again. I'm just gonna make the frame for it.
It's a prayer.
Is it?
What is it? And because I'm an omnist, so that I believe I arose by any other name, and I believe that everyone's trying to walk everyone home.
That's gorgeous.
She said it to you. Yes. Crystal, you can post it, baby. But if you want it to be yours, then you make it yours.
Oh my gosh.
She made me sick. But omnists believe that we're all, like that one meme says, we're all just trying to walk each other home. Now, I didn't find comfort in my worship until I started speaking to my ancestors, because in African traditional religion, you only go back, we only know 5 generations back. So when I started openly speaking to my aunt that I missed, my uncle, my cousin, my grandmother, things began to start appearing, sequences of numbers, music that I hadn't heard in a long time that I knew I'd spoke about with them, special meanings and things that I would start researching crazily, maybe because I was hungry for them, maybe because I missed them, maybe because I didn't entirely understand what was happening in that moment. But when I started speaking to my ancestors, that's when I found favor and direction. And so that's who my gods are. It's that tree of life. It's those ancestors for me. But
ma'am,
she looking at this pen, y'all.
I'm just looking at the detail. Free, like I feel weepy. It's so beautiful, friend.
Thank you. You better stop.
Like I'm like you, like literally, like legitimately. I can't help myself. Like, do you see this?
She always does this to me,
y'all. Is it not gorgeous?
I definitely love that one.
Free, this is beautiful.
Thank you. It looks like the galaxy.
And I'm trying to wrap my mind around just the detail. I wish you could see it.
Crystal, post it. Can they see it?
Shut up, Kiva. You know I'm just a crier.
You're about to cry, baby. She is.
I am. Listen. She said that pen is going to write my first $1 million check.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Going back to what we were talking about. Calling it into existence is what a Christian would say. Manifestation is what someone who is a non-traditional believer would call it. But it's still a protection spell. It is still a prayer. It is still a mantra. It is a mudra. It's all of those things, but it is still a rose by any other name.
I think that's where the lines are often crossed. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? People just for comfort. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Wanted to be called a certain thing for.
Absolutely.
Hey, call it what you need to call it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I like legitimately Free. It's just gorgeous.
Thank you.
Just I like details.
Now so you got to show them. Now they want to see it. Look at you. That's gorgeous.
Look at you on. Look at you on. She showed it. Since I will take a better picture and post it on your page. Well, then they can see it. The detail, you gotta click on it and enlarge for the details.
Yeah, because you don't really get to see the details on the pictures. I try my very best with the photos, but when you look at it up close, it really does it justice.
Yeah, it's fire. I appreciate that. I appreciate the beauty in what it is that you do. It's not just aesthetically pretty. You get what I'm saying? Like you can feel like it's something happening when it's crazy.
If you feel your hand getting warm, or if you start vibrating, or just always test it. Hold it in your right and left hands. And if you feel something that you didn't feel a couple seconds before, no, it's not your mind. It's the crystals doing that.
You know, the people just, as you said, just get your pre-orders in, y'all. I'm trying to share a cry, baby. Kiva, you was a hater because you want to see it, and how I seen it myself, and now you can't see it. I like that. I'm just saying, you've seen her work. You know what she does.
Sharice has. I made one for Sharice too.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
She loved hers,
and she I think she shared it on her page. Like just gorgeous. Like your work is so. It's phenomenal to me. I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I love that you're allowing yourself to be used in this capacity, so that you can like literally, you know, be uninhibited.
And it feels good.
Does it?
There's no restrictions. It just. I really am free.
Nice. And I remember, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I don't know if you remember, we were having a session and he was like, I wish I could just give a part of myself to every one of y'all to keep. Do you remember saying that? Keep? And this is actually.
Oh, shut up. No, I'm going to start crying. I remember that.
Do you remember that? I just want to be able to give a part of me for you guys to take with you everywhere. So we'll all sit together.
Because I love
you
my friends so much.
I love you. And it's like to be able to have that.
I do. Now I'm going to start crying.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. Shut up.
Like to be able to take, like it's manifested. Like I want to just be able to.
Because I needed them all to understand how much I loved them. They got me as a wee lamb. I was 20 years old. 20 years old. Married with a kid.
But you was right before you started coming into yourself.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I just want you guys to know.
Yeah, I just
it was
something.
So sweet though. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And like it was the purest you know what I'm saying, declaration of love. You know what I'm saying? And not so much that you're like, if I could just I know it's weird, but
that's my famous
I know
word.
It's weird.
I know it's weird. But
it's not. If that's how you feel, you know what I mean? To be able to take a part of you. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? The best part that loved on whomever and whatever is to receive this particular part of who you are. You get what I'm saying? And to be able to take that and allow it to manifest in their lives. You get what I'm saying? And then you are really everywhere.
Yeah. That's so cool. Thank you for reminding me.
You are, like you are like everywhere. You're my baby. You already know, like, you know, you my baby.
Yeah, I know.
Little pumpkin.
Though I don't want to cry though.
You already. I'm just being honest.
The only person crying here will be her.
I already did it.
The record show.
I already did it. So I'll cry again. Ain't nobody scared of no crying. Look at this. Look at Kiva. Like, no, now both of y'all crying. Hell, now I'm crying.
I'm sorry. I was like really. I remember that moment because I was very, very emotional. But I really meant it because we were all surrounded by each other, and we had our little group, and we're still very close. Our group. So it's like I just needed my friends to know how much I loved them. And I do. I still love them so much.
See what I'm saying? She was like something about being happy for others and their happiness. Mm-hmm. It's real. You know what I mean? And to see your sister come into herself, you know what I'm saying, as a mother, you know what I'm saying, as an artist, and to watch her artistry grow. Like the little notes that she leave with the pieces, you gotta get one. Because my note is my note.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Recreation of the same.
And then, but that blessing and that, you know what I'm saying? That little hint of love to take with you. It's so, and it makes it make sense. Like it becomes clear. Mm-hmm. That's so dope, mama. Okay, enough mushy for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I be meaning it though. Like, and I don't think that you know how
we literally compete for ensuring each other.
But I want you to know how proud I am. Like seriously, you just some good shit, Free.
Thank you.
Like for real. I'm like, look at all this stuff. Like it's nice and pretty.
I know. I gotta give you. I got bigger candles.
See, look at you. I gotta give you. I gotta give you. Fruit.
Like, I got bigger ones. I got bigger ones. My soy was on. And I got some pheromone oil today, y'all, for my oils. I went all the way out to Jackson.
No, ma'am, I don't want none of that.
It's gonna be pheromone oils in the Freebie Does It, which is subtitled Intellect and Savoir Faire. Y'all remember?
Okay.
All seven and we'll watch them fall. They'll stand in the way of love and we will smoke them all. Y'all remember that Prince song?
Intellect
and the Savoir Faire.
Savoir Faire. Free me, ladies and gentlemen.
And yes, and everything. And then, you know, everybody else, they don't know, because I love music so much. I incorporate all the things that I love into what it is that I'm doing. So most of my pieces are named after, or they are themed around music. Because music is my life.
Oh my gosh.
It's my life.
Some days I'd be like, no music, free words to my music.
Right. I try not to overwhelm her, honestly.
Nah, she
because I'll fire them off. I will fire off music to everybody, like, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this. And you don't know if people are I know she listens, but you know, other people be like, okay, just let me get this one, or I
need you to hear
this. I'm like, no, you gotta hear this one. Okay, when you done with this one, right? I need to just do that. I just need to send playlists. Or you know what? I need to just compile one on YouTube and just send it, just share to YouTube.
YouTube. If you have do you have Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
And share the link.
I'm gonna have to do that.
The link, bam, 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 bam.
But you know, I do so much through Apple Music now.
Okay.
So I got 1,000 Apple Music lists.
Oh, see.
I even got a Stroke of Midnight list for her that I add to when I hear a song. So when she's like, I need Stroke of Midnight, I'll be like, say less. I got you.
I'm like, what was this? Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
And I just keep adding to my playlist. So then she could just choose whatever she wants.
Free know more music than anybody that I know, except maybe Homer.
No, there are some things that, like, you guys, but it's before my. But I know.
No, you know, yeah, I said what I said.
I love music.
Look, I said what I said.
I know, like Homer though, because I'd be skipping songs. Like, okay, I need you to hear this one now. Okay, now this one making me think of this one, so you gotta listen to this one now. I'd be a terrible DJ. I only play the shit that I want to hear, like you said. I only play the stuff I want to hear. She told me that. I was like, that is the greatest thing to explain. Like, I would only play the music I want to hear.
Just want to play what I want to hear.
Vibing.
People be like, oh, I'm in the club, and no, you don't want to hear that.
Exactly.
This is what you need.
Trust me.
Right. And you'd be like, oh, it is dope though. Okay. It's like that.
Right.
So let me see. Keep it said, Francis Freeburg Morgan. I listen anytime, hun. Hit my inbox anytime.
I got you. We used to do a segment that we did. It was called Musically In Tuned. Because I always said that I wasn't musically inclined. I was musically in tuned. And then we would do 3 songs. So I will definitely put some songs up for you guys.
When she up in the middle of the night, trying not to sleep.
My eyes was tired last night. I was like, okay, that's it. It's time for me to go to bed now. But I'm telling you, it's crystal. It's this Unakite. Ever since I've been wearing it, I have been sleeping.
Nice.
So I refuse to take it off. And Unakite is a really good sleep aid, and it helps you break addiction, and it helps with the divine feminine. So, and rose quartz, well, you know, I fancy myself a very large piece of rose quartz anyway. So this is like a little brother for me, little sister for me. Just reminds me of who I am when I see the rose quartz dangling from me. You know what I mean?
That's probably why I never take this piece out.
Your master healer.
I never.
Clear quartz.
I never take this away. Like, yeah. And I keep wrapping it. Even with my hair. You see how far down it is now, right?
Yeah.
It's like my hair has grown.
That's
this much. You get what I'm saying? To try
that means you need more.
Okay. I'm with it. You already know.
I love to just bring her stuff and she don't even be knowing. I just do it. Just bring it to her.
She does. Look, she does. She said that's when the best comes out in us in the middle of the night. Who you listen? You probably shouldn't say that to me. Cause you know.
Always.
What I was thinking.
Always. I'm trying to stay up during the day, but
me too, Francis. I've been really trying. I'm doing so good. Like it's almost 3:00 and I haven't yawned yet. I'm so happy. I'd be so
How
sad.
late did you go to bed? Are you pulling an all-nighter right now?
No, I went to sleep.
The lies.
I did. I was just sleep for about 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Are you pulling the all-nighter? No, I'm not trying to. I went to sleep. But so I want to talk to you a little bit about some meat stuff. We said we want to talk about some things.
Some meat.
The rooter to the tutor of all the things that we could talk about.
Oh, some meat.
Not real meat.
I was like, some meat.
Not real meat.
All right, let's talk.
Not real meat.
Let's get some meat and
I'm having
potatoes
some
in
meat.
here.
My whole situation between me and meat is not what it used to be. Like, I don't love it like I used to love it.
Oh, I'm still a carnivore.
I want to be, but I be looking at it and saying, "Who killed you?"
You've always been like that.
I know. I'm like, somebody killed. Don't tell me about the animal, please.
She's always been like that.
Like, who killed you? Oh my God. We don't need this. We don't need
You eat one rare steak in front of her. You eat one piece of rare steak in front of her.
It's over.
She shamed me the entire time because I like my steak bloody and rare.
Oh, yeah, she does. Yes, she does. And I love that she loves what she loves on her tongue.
And she clowned me
because I was so devastated.
She animal shamed me. She meat shamed me.
I did meat shame her. I did. And
then
apologize.
wait, she took it even further. I spent the night when she lived down on the east side, and the next morning she was making breakfast for us, and she made some turkey bacon, and she put the turkey bacon in the pan for 5 seconds on one side and 5 seconds on the other side, and she threw it on my plate, and she was like, "Cause I know how you eat your shit." She continued the meat shaming the next morning.
Poor babies. They out here.
She threw it on my plate, like
trying to live.
That's how you eat your shit. 5 seconds on each side.
They just trying to live, and we're out here taking our lives selfishly, and we don't have to. Why do I sound like I work for PETA? I don't, and I don't feel that way. I be so torn.
Always.
I'm so torn with it. I love brisket. We know this. Do you understand? Like, I love brisket. I gotta be here on the aftermath. Absolutely. Absolutely, because I love sauce.
Yeah, I don't like the brisket without. I gotta have some sauce.
You know, I even found a chicken wing that I enjoy.
Yeah, you told me.
See what I'm saying? I'm trying.
Because when I told you about the stuffed chicken wings, you doggone near vomited in your mouth.
I tried.
They
doing
take the
better.
bones out of the flats and they stuff it with egg roll stuffings, and it's really, really good.
I bet it sounds delicious.
Except, did y'all hear the hard swallow that just came from her throat? Y'all didn't hear the gulp? Did y'all hear the gulp? Because she really just made the sound. It was like gulp. That's exactly what it sounded like.
I'm gonna do better. I am. I'm
don't
gonna
have to.
try to be
You don't
better.
have to.
Like,
You
I
can
don't
leave
know
all
why
the
I
flats
get
and the ugly parts for me.
Yeah,
because I don't like the drummies.
No,
leave all the flats and the
because
ugly parts
you
for me.
like succulent
the part that go
meats.
like that.
Yep, she like them parts.
That's my favorite part. I cut them off. The kids don't want them. Cool. I just take them and fry them all at the end, and I be full off them little ugly parts.
Little parts. She chewed it.
Chew it up till it ain't nothing but the little bits. I don't care.
She do. She chewed it. She do. Hey, that's what she likes.
That's a meal. I eat chicken gizzards and hearts too.
She does.
And I like neck bones and oxtails.
Oxtails. You eat an actual oxtail or
I made
beef?
some for Paula.
Or is it a paw? Or is it a cow tail?
It's an ox.
You actually eat the ox.
An ox is a cow.
As the ox is a cow. The cow is not the cow is the ox.
The cow is the woman. The ox is the man.
It's an ox
or the bull or
it's
whatever.
It's a bull and an ox and a cow. It's not the same thing.
Well, it's part of the same family. I'm eating the ox.
Oh,
because it's the big fat ones, bigger than my whole cheek.
That's the bone I fell on. I'm sorry.
Big fat ones.
I fell on the ox bone.
You did not fall.
I did. I swear I did. I was walking in front of what's the name of the place on Fond du Lac? What's the name of the place? The Jamaican place over there.
Upper Yard.
Upper Yard.
See, you gonna make me go get some.
Okay.
Because I love they curry chicken
I eat curry chicken. I'm just
and they cabbage.
yeah, it's delicious. Like this
But it
kind of
take
delicious.
3 hours for me to get up a yard.
She said that meat is the best.
Ain't it?
Look at y'all. Listen, I love people to love what they like.
I
just
made
want to
my
know
dad some
people
neck
eat
bones and
abstinent.
black eyed peas
That's
with some
mom never
okra.
eat that.
With some okra in it.
The devil is a lie.
I was raised by an extremely southern big red woman. So
Yeah. Listen, you see Teresa up there cooking neck bones.
I know it's and cabbage. It smells so good.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I was like, Mama, it smells good. She was like, it's cabbage. I said, it's my kitchen smelled like that 2 days ago. I got some cabbage sitting on top of the microwave. Matter of fact,
I like cabbage.
I made Paula some oxtails.
Did you?
And she loved them.
Because they love that. Free everything you
and
cook
she had
is delicious.
never had them. Thank you.
Everything I've not
She
had
never
nothing that
had
you've
them.
eaten that
But
you've
you
made.
ain't gonna eat the stuff that you don't eat though.
I've tried it, but I can't eat it because
Oxtails are
it's
excellent.
oxtail.
You
Okay.
get you some oxtails with some string beans
So
and some
look at that.
potatoes.
Everybody says it'd be so good.
It's the
Okay.
best thing ever.
Okay, they you know they talked about me on my Facebook post.
But you said
That's
you would
fine.
eat my turkey necks.
I would try the turkey neck. I don't like that it's a turkey neck. You don't got to say.
Well, I boil it to smithereens and stock and all sorts of other goodies and vegetables.
It's got
to
good
where
flavor.
If I take the bones out, you wouldn't even know that it was a turkey neck because the meat boils right off of them.
I know. I seen the turkey neck without it. But
Wait, I
Mama,
made you some beans. She didn't eat the beans.
Yes,
you
I
eat-
did.
She did. She did eat the beans.
I did
She
eat
did
the beans.
She did. She did.
All the beans.
Yes, she said she was gonna leave the black ones out, but then she ended up eating
I
the beans.
eat the beans. See?
Okay.
I was like, I'm eating the beans for if they're good for me. I don't hate beans. I don't like the texture of them.
Yeah.
So they feel really like strange in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to eat them and I'll be like,
I know exactly how you feel because my grandmother made me eat every bean known to man to the point where I was like, I will never eat a damn bean again. And now here I am doing meal prep.
making
For
and eating
multiple
beans.
people, and I'm making and eating beans. And it's crazy because it's like all the things that we thought were so disgusting growing up are all the very things that we need to stay healthy.
Somebody should have told us to listen.
Right.
We didn't listen.
Because they kind of had the hang of it. Like our parents were like, no, I'm going to make you a burger. No, you can eat them beans. It was always a cold pot of thick ass beans with some meat in it in the refrigerator. But we didn't have much money growing up. So the beans, they stretch and my grandmother had to have a pan of cornbread every night with every meal.
Cornbread.
Every
I
night,
love cornbread.
every night, every meal. So it was always beans and cornbread. And it's like, I don't want no stinking beans no more.
No.
I want some McDonald's.
Okay.
And then I ate all that damn McDonald's and damn near killed myself. Well, no, that's untrue. But I ate all of the other stuff that I shouldn't have and damn near killed myself.
Indeed. That's how I felt. And I was like, I think I'm getting really dangerously close to not being healthy.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay,
And
I wrote this big. I wrote this big girl game for a long time now. It's time to let her go.
Right. And you can still be big, but you gotta be healthy
I need
with
to
it.
be. I need to be better about how I'm managing.
But there
my
are
health.
some of us, smaller frame women who are big bone, larger, thick, fluffy, whatever it is that people prefer to be
Say
called.
thick again.
Thick.
Yes.
Where it actually hurts us.
Yeah.
So I am unfortunately one of those women that can't be very comfortable in my beautiful thickness because my heart was overworking and my blood pressure. I had never even heard blood pressure in my life. And you know how I lost my grandmother to diabetes and high blood pressure. And I was like, I'm not trying to die at 38.
Thank you.
I'm not trying to die at 38.
We're not trying to have you die at 38
Right.
either.
So when you waking up and you thinking you waking up every couple hours because you're scared your heart gonna stop, it might be time to save your life.
Yeah.
Might be time to save your life.
Yeah. Definitely. I think about like the other day, I try to deny myself certain foods anyway. Like let me change that. I refuse to eat certain things now. When I have to deny myself something, it's because I'm craving it and I'm like, you know what? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I walk in the store. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't catch me in the bread aisle, it's a win all day long. If you can't find me, buy some bread, a red bread, yellow bread, egg bread, sweet bread, yeast roll, something. You understand what I'm saying? Because I love bread. But I've been really like managing my intake on it. And one day, I don't know, mom and them was out. I hadn't eaten because I'm really bad at getting my eating habits together. I hadn't eaten most of the day, and mom said, "Quinn's going to run to McDonald's. You want something?" I was like, "Yes." There we go, Big Mac. And she was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yes, give me the Big Mac." So they brought it to me. That's what I said for it. I ate it, and I ate it so fast. Because I knew like halfway through, if I ate it to try to enjoy it, like halfway through, I would get that my gag reflex would kick in. It would be so foolish.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, but I was like, I'm eating this Big Mac, and then I was sick for like a day.
Oh, yeah. I can't. My body physically will not let me eat stuff like that. Like I can't have over. I know that my limit is 7 grams of sugar, and if it's over 7 grams, then whatever happens that they say happens.
Really?
I don't want to tell y'all about the inner workings of my body, but it happens and it's terrible.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I don't like that feeling. So I'm not going to eat over 7 grams of sugar.
How do you manage that?
Well, it just pisses you off to eat. The eating just pisses you off because you can't eat. I can't eat over 2 ounces of food. So it's like 3 spoonfuls. I used to be a really slow eater, remember? Well, now I eat after 3 bites. I'm like, whoo, burp, and then I keep because I've eaten too much. How does that happen? Like how are 3 spoons? Because I'm greedy and I'm trying to get everything in. I want the beans, I want the fruit, I want the nuts, and I want the meat. I want to try it all together. After you do 3 spoonfuls of that, you ain't eating shit else. But I bet you I tasted everything I made. Shit.
Hello, Melba. How are you?
You ain't gonna keep denying me. Shit, I want some meat, and so I don't eat potatoes or starches or anything like that. I mean, beans are the starches I eat, but
Right.
if I'm gonna have salad, I'm gonna get 3 little pieces of lettuce and a piece of meat, and I'm gonna have a full mouth, and then I'm gonna pay for it 2 minutes later. But I still get to taste.
I'm gonna taste all of it.
Right. Like, who wants to sit down and only be able to eat one thing and then wait 3 minutes and then eat another spoonful and then wait 3 minutes and eat another spoonful? Like, fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm not finna do that.
You got mad just right now thinking about it.
Right. Like, no, I'm not finna do that.
So is it easier to just consume liquids?
Yes. I consume more liquids in a day than I do anything else anyway. So it was like, it's like, okay, well, let me go ahead and drink this. But I had a little apple juice to that and I water it down. Gregory tried it the other day. He's like, this is disgusting. Nobody asked you to take a swig of my apple juice water concoction, son.
She's like, but it's mine.
This is mine, right?
But it's mine. It's okay.
And I do the big old jug to make sure that I'm getting all of my liquids in. And I do my little proteins to make sure I'm getting all of my proteins in. So
do you like planning like that? Like, is it not tedious?
Well, the meal plan or just my day with the
Your
waters
day.
and the... Well, because I do meal prep, it's much easier because then I can just reach for something, grab a spoonful of it, and then I'm done, you know. And then with the liquids, it can sometimes be a bitch because it's like, oh, I don't want to just keep sitting here drinking all this because then you get full and miserable off the liquids, you know. So it's like, oh, now I got to sit here and just... Then you got to pee. And then, like, I don't know, but at first when I was sick, I would have to pee a lot because of the sugar, the insulin levels. So it was like, I got to pee every couple minutes, or, you know, if you like drink something immediately, you got to go to the bathroom or something like that because it's messing with your stomach. But now, I mean, I sleep through the night without having to get up to go to the bathroom. But when I get up, I pee for like 3 minutes. And I'm like, are you done? Is it over? Can we stop this?
No.
Right. But that's what it is. That's what the liquid is. But I have it. It's pretty routine and regimented now to where I know, Okay, get up immediately, have breakfast. Then in between breakfast and lunch, have protein. And then keep drinking your water and apple juice concoction. But I can also have popsicles, sugar-free ones. And that is my saving grace because I was a night eater.
You be fucking popsicles up.
Yes, I eat like 4 sugar-free popsicles. It's only 15 calories. I consume 700 sometimes, depending on what it is that I eat. In a 1,200 calorie diet, I burn 800. I'm usually I'm always in a calorie deficit, which is a wonderful thing. But shit, some days it's like 500 calories. And then it's like I'm negative 400 because I haven't eaten as much as I should have. So my only little guilty pleasure is Ritz crackers or saltine crackers with some peanut butter in between. And I can eat 3 of those.
That sounds so delicious.
And I can eat 6 crackers total, 3 sandwiches.
I remember when I had the surgeries, I ate popsicles.
It's the
I
best.
was like, I need to eat all the
popsicles.
popsicles.
And the sugar-free popsicles taste like sugar. Everything that y'all think tastes diet now with the sugar-free stuff in it, to someone that has had surgery, it all tastes like sugar.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
It's
all tastes like sugar. It's like, this tastes really sweet. And they're like, no, it doesn't. It's disgusting. I'm like, no, that's really sweet.
Yeah, it's crazy how your brain literally shifts, you know what I'm saying, taste and flavor, whatever, to accommodate. And if you stick to that, like who was telling me that, like, it's your body is just used to, like, your body's addicted to stuff, so it's a used to that. If you
I was a sugar addict.
Shifting that, you know, you shock your body. I'm like,
I am a sugar addict. I've been a sugar addict for 38 years.
38
years. I've been addicted to sugar. My name's Free.
She said, I'm an addict.
The kids are like, Mama, you're ever gonna. I broke down. I didn't break down really though, but I went and got a coconut and dark chocolate Atkins protein bar. And it was really, really good.
You don't say.
I took 3 bites and it was like, whew, okay, I'm full. So it lasted me like 7 days. Oh no, it didn't, because Gregory wanted something sweet, so he ate the rest of my protein bar. After they'd already eaten theirs, he ate the rest of mine. Just in case you guys didn't know it, Gregory is my son. He's 16 and he's a selfish little asshole, but we love him.
Okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. She knows I was gonna say something. That's why she looked at me. Okay,
but we love him.
We'll take it.
He is a Leo. And he is my little weirdo. I want to talk about what you were talking about earlier, though.
What about?
About the difference in explaining why you don't use the words queen, why you don't use the words sisters. I want to talk about women that call other women females, that reduce other women down to a, what is it? What is the classification or the category that female falls in?
I'm not understanding what you're saying.
When people say females, what is that? Like, is it gender? Is that what
male and female? Yeah.
But isn't there another like scientific name for the classification of female when you had heterogene? I don't know, what is it called. I don't know what it's called.
Let's look it up.
But that's what it is. Like, I think that not enough women, because there's so many things where women are self-empowering and women are self-actualizing and women are loving on one another. But I think that a lot of them are still using those terms and those phrases about, like you want to call her a queen today, but then she's a bitch tomorrow when she piss you off, or referring to yourself as a bitch. Or like when we talk about the power of manifestation and we talk about things that you're calling into existence, you have to remember that you stay in your head all day. You speak to yourself all day. And whatever it is that you say, like I have a perfect example, things that have been so heavily indoctrinated in your head that you say out loud that you don't realize that you're saying out loud, that is populating your children's brain. So a couple things that have happened, I'm going to get very personal, but we're talking to mostly women, and the men that can't take it, whatever. This is the woman's world. So periods, right? After I had my surgery, I put in an intrauterine device that ensured that I was not going to have a period. Well, all of a sudden I'm getting one, and I don't fucking like it because I've never been a fan. Okay, let's just make that one thing clear. But we need to normalize that accidents happen when you're on your period. But because I've went so long without having one, it springs on you. So it's like it's sporadic, and she a fuck girl because she just come whenever she want to. Like, I don't like her at all, right? So I have to prepare for those type of emergency situations.
Okay.
Well, in one of those situations and circumstances a month or two ago, my daughter was in the bathroom and I was getting in the shower. And she had to go to the bathroom so bad. And, I live a very non-conformative household. So my children know what my body looks like naked. I never hid it from them. I'm like, I wanted my son to know what a woman's female body looked like. I didn't be like, here, son, look at this. But I wanted to normalize that, okay, this is a woman's body. Or my son used to take showers with me until he was like 2. You know what I mean? So it was like, Mama, what's this? Mama, what's that? It was like, okay, this is what this is. But further, I didn't want him to be so mystified and so attracted to the female body and the excitement of wanting it, which that was never going to happen anyway because my son is gay. But still, I didn't want him to be one of those where he's like, oh, it's such a hornball. Like, oh, it's a naked body. Let me just jump on it and go for it. You know what I mean? And I wasn't raised in a house like that either. So I was like, this is what this is what that is. So I started normalizing my daughter at a very young age. And I know I'm skipping all over, but there's a point to this, I promise y'all. But I started skipping all over. And it's like she saw that I was wrapping them up to put them in the garbage can to throw them away because I was upset with myself that I was a 38-year-old woman and I bled through my underwear. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You should know better than this by now, but it was one of those things where it just happened. And I was not prepared for it because I've been so used to the last 7 years not having a period that all of a sudden it was like, well, hello, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How are you? And so she's like, Mom, what's going on? Why are you bleeding? And so she's 10. So naturally I'm explaining to her, but she sees me throwing my underwear away. At this point, I'm grown. I'm gonna go buy me some more drawers. Like, I'm not finna wash them. I'm not finna soak them. It's okay. They can be, I can get rid of those. But because of my indoctrination, we were taught, or women, others can empathize with this. We were taught like, this is shameful. You know what I mean? Like, this is,
to hide it.
We have to hide this. This is something that men, you can't, like my grandmother, she would make us wrap our tampons
and hide it up really good so you don't know when it's sticking in the so throw it out immediately so nobody see it and nobody knows.
Right.
Exactly.
And so that's where I said, that's where the full circle comes, because I think that a lot of it is heavy indoctrination, because then at that point I'm seeing, as I said, it populating in her head, like registering in her synopsis, or what is it?
Yeah.
They're going crazy. And I'm like, but wait, I was like, no, Mommy is doing this because Mommy's upset with herself because I feel like I should have been more responsible. But this is not something that you should be afraid of. And this is not something that is irregular. I said, so Mommy needs to check herself because we need to normalize things like this happening because it's okay.
And it
right.
happens.
And it happens. It still happens. I said, Mommy got to bring herself back to the middle because that was something that I was taught very young. But I don't want you, when that happens, to feel like you need to throw every pair of underwear away, because then it's going to be a different conversation.
Right, because who's buying this shit? Who's buying it?
When you're 12, you're throwing drawers away. Right.
Who's going to buy it? No.
Exactly.
Who's going? Okay.
Exactly.
I remember that conversation. I throw them away.
I did too when I was a kid. I got in a lot of trouble, but it was like, I don't even want to look at you anymore because I was so ashamed.
Stop throwing away.
Right, right. But that also spills over into the normalization of things happening. Like, okay, you want to talk about sisters, you want to talk about queens, but are y'all really out here being queens? And are you actually behaving as sisters? But then you have to examine the type of relationships.
I'm gonna close the computer. Goodbye.
You have to examine the relationships that you even have in your sisterhood, like in your family, because that's where it begins. That's where that first, there was a TikTok where it was saying, I'm a lover of TikTok. I'm one of the old ladies that like TikTok.
I see.
I wanted to see what my kids were doing. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. I really like this. I even make TikToks. Freebie does it. They're lame as hell, but I still still make them.
That baby said, well, this is really cool.
They're lame, but whatever. But I loved that this girl, it was this heavy debate on it where it said, your mother, true or false, your mother is your first hater. And I was like, I guess it's dependent on the relationship that you have with your mother, because there's a certain amount of dissonance and there's a certain amount of expertise and there's a certain amount of experience, but then there's a certain amount of, like I said, indoctrination and the way that you were socialized and how your mother was socialized. And it's like, damn, that's deep as hell, because there are so many women that are like, true, yes, my mama is such a hater. And then you think, because I'm like, well, I didn't grow up with a mom, so it's like I don't really know that. But then I'm thinking, am I hating on my kids? But then when I asked my son, he was like, well, I wouldn't say that you were a hater, mom, but you're just really critical. And I was like, and I wouldn't say that I was critical, because if you ask me how you feel about, how I feel about something, or mom, how does this look? And I'm like, well, did you know that you had your drawers showing out the back of your pants? Like, you might want to put on a belt. You see that as me hating on you, but you see me as being critical.
Right.
And it's like, I don't really know how careful to be with my words, because I don't think there's any more. I mean, that's just black and white there, baby. I can see your drawers, put on a belt. And not that he sags, but it's just, you thin, baby. You 114 pounds and you 5'10", baby.
Right.
You small, you need to put on a belt. Or Lali will come out and she'll be wearing a little belly shirt, and I'll be like, where are you going in that? And she's like, I can't work out in this. And I'm like, absolutely not. You were 10. And y'all haven't seen my daughter, but she's blossoming into a young lady.
I like how you use that language.
Yes.
I like that. I like that language.
Blossoming into a young lady. So she is thick in all the right places, and places that, which another thing that we need to not normalize is protecting our daughters from crawly ass men. But it's something that growing up, because I was raised by a single father, it was like, you need to cover yourself up because there are nasty old men that are looking at you. So naturally, because I see my daughter blooming, I'm thinking, I don't want no nasty ass old men looking at my baby.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that there's a part of it that's true, and there's some truth to it. But why do we have to live in a world where we have to protect our daughters from nasty ass old men? Because this is America. You know what I mean?
Because it's a thing.
It's truly a thing.
Yeah.
But it's like all of this sexual deviance that takes place, that we have been trained, including the toxic indoctrination of berating ourselves, as well as putting down our sisters, as well as you want to hide behind gritted teeth and say queen when you really don't mean it. You know what I mean?
I almost laid down.
But it is. You saying queen behind gritted teeth, or as soon as I turn around, you're scowling. If you don't mean what it is that you are saying, then don't say it. My sister and I, Daniela Marie, y'all know who she is. She does yoga. She's wonderful. We were just having this conversation, but she's like, we don't have to be friends for you to be friendly. And I was like, that's actually a really cool way to put it, because we don't have to be friends for you to be friendly. And that doesn't mean that you're a bad woman, or that I'm a bad woman, or that you can't cultivate and enrich healthy female relationships, or, I'm using that word for all intents and purposes, not because I call women females. In fact, I scoff at women who scowl and say females. I don't get along with females. That's because you are a female that cannot be gotten along with. It's not because you don't get along with females. It's because you're difficult. It's because you're astringent. It's because you are probably mean. And it's probably because of a cultivation in your previous relationships, or even in the beginning with your mother, or even your sisters, in the way that you were treated, that's made you bitter, that helped or hindered the possibility of long-lasting connections and friendships. So I can't fault the people. I feel sorry for them more often than not. But unfortunately, the conversation needs to be had, because now you are forcing this love when you really don't mean it.
I think that's a legitimate legitimate claim. I learned, let me say this, from you guys early on in our relationships, to be okay with feminine exchange.
Oh, it was hard for her in the beginning.
right? Because I ain't like chicks at all. Only and not that I don't like girls. The women that I had come in contact with in my life was shady, and so I had distrust issues. More a man would come into my life, and I knew what to expect of him. A, B, and C. Not that all guys was the same, but there was more consistency in the behavior of men in my life than there was consistency in the behavior of women in my life. And because of that, those women, in my opinion and from my experience, just didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. And I just refused to keep subjecting myself to that type of discord and pain. But I ran across some beautiful souls who were into realness, who were into being vulnerable and open and honest, and genuinely trying to be better in themselves and be better for the people around them. And I had never experienced that. And with that being the case, it made me say, I'd like to try that. I'm willing to engage in that capacity. Does that make me, and Lorraine, who was on earlier, mentioned, she says, you're way harder on women than you are on men. I said, I am, because I expect us to be great. And not no straight shit diss to niggas or men or boys or guys or males, or whatever you want to call them. I just think that we're better than they are.
I wholeheartedly concur.
And I know that sounds so sexist, but that's how it's me, and I'm speaking to me and mine, and I'm a woman. So me and my kind, I think that we're great. And I'm not ashamed of that. I don't withdraw my statement in saying that. I think that I didn't say that we were superior.
No.
I just said I think that we're better than them, because, it's a guy-girl thing. And if that's the case, I'm team girl, because, we think differently, we move differently, and I love our individuality. I don't want to be a guy. I don't want to be in a space with nobody who thinks that I'm in competition with a guy, because there's no competition. It's none. You are
completely different.
You are male, and I am not.
And I appreciate you for who you are, what you have, what you've been gifted with, what you give to me.
Exactly.
And that's how it works. That's the yin and the yang. That's the balance of feminine
and masculine all energy. Day, which is why.
But it's okay if I have some masculine energy as well. It's supposed to interlope, and it's supposed to circumvent.
I have to. Yes. And if you look at what in my personal experience, if you think about where we come from, quote unquote, you get what I'm saying? No matter how you look at it, how we come from each other. You get what I'm saying? There are parts of me that are parts of you. Period. You get what I'm saying? And so no matter how we look at that,
you have to recognize those parts of one another. Right?
You have to recognize those parts of one another.
That's what you enjoy about.
I'll slap you
the
right
recognition.
Yes, that is it. You get what I'm saying? And to be able to have that energy and to have that exchange, I just noticed that I thought that, honestly, I'd hoped that it would get easier. I'd hoped that, and I know everybody not on my journey, and everybody not been through the things that I've been through, whatever the case may be. But when I look at my list of friends, and I love my sisters dearly, there's a difference between friends, sisters, people I know, associates. I'm just trying to. I got a whole series of subcategories.
It needs to be categorized.
I have that. Like it's so serious. I can say this and I can address this because I'm here with you. Like nobody loves me like Free loves me. You get what I'm saying? And I don't love anyone like I love Free. On purpose. You get what I'm saying? Like, and not everybody understands that. Like, and like there's only one you. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And it's hundreds and thousands of us, applying for your time, your love, your attention, your affection. You know what I'm saying? Aside from us, this is outside of your immediate responsibilities, your children, your family, yourself. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your spirituality, all these things that need to be in place. And then all these other people, here he comes. And I would like some more Free, please. And do you have more Free? Anybody have more Free? I would like some more Free. Where's my serving the free?
Call it free fill up.
You understand what I'm saying? Where's my free? This my free. Oh no, you had your free already.
They really do this.
It's not a game. You understand what I'm saying?
I love it though. I do.
Like, or to take,
I do the same thing.
to take that energy and to take that space, you know what I'm saying, and to manifest it without the goal of manipulation.
Right. And I think that's what it is.
Without, like, that's the thing about you I love so fucking much. You know what I'm saying? We start talking about queening and representing what a queen is. And I think Yvonne uses the word queenship often.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Or just understanding what that role is. Like, and being wordsmiths, you know what I'm saying? And I have to say that because we love words and the power of what they are and the nature of what they are. And then when you create a new word, then you can give it a new meaning.
Right.
Motherfucker.
That's right. It's called creative licensing.
If you have a word that's already established and you would like to change the meaning, good luck with that in this line of communication, because this is the language that we speak and this word means that. If you want this word to mean something else, good luck with trying to communicate that red is purple.
It's the reason we don't use words like extraordinary or extra regular anymore.
Extraordinary.
Because it's extraordinary and extra regular.
So we just want to be extraordinary. No, you want me to be extraordinary? No, thank you.
We don't use those words.
No,
not that way.
Not in that capacity. You want to be extraordinary. You know, this is extra plain.
Exactly. Like, who thought that was going to be a great
extraordinary? No, extraordinary.
Right.
No.
That's not exciting.
It's not.
That's like, phenomenal. Remember? Oh my gosh! From 1997 to 2007, for a span of 10 years, phenomenal was the most hated word. And every time anyone used it, I would scowl. Because I'm like, y'all can't. They thought
that's all you got.
That's all you got. If you use the word phenomenal,
you know
there
why,
are so many other mother freaking words in the vocabulary.
Because phenomenal woman,
right?
I listen. Okay,
do y'all know other words?
Ooh, that was big. She's like, because somebody read the dictionary already.
Do y'all know other words?
I think people misunderstand. Like, so, and what is your definition of queen?
You know, I really don't have a definition of queen.
Do you use it?
No, I really don't.
Why?
I don't use it because it's attached to it's trendy now. It's not, you know, of course you understand what queen means, but if I had to use an applicability to it, I'd probably say when it comes to chess, the queen has the ability to move all over the board because she controls the game. But then you have to understand that it's a game that you're playing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it still comes with a negative connotation. But I mean, I don't berate or demoralize or demean people that use the word queen, but it's just, if you're going to give it the weight that it requires, then you have to behave as such. And I don't see many people.
Do you want me to just turn my mic off?
And I don't see a lot of people doing that. I don't see them, you know, I get like brothers that call other women queen. I tend to stay away from those.
Are they staying? Okay. Do you think that they're, what is the word I'm looking for?
They do it as a recognition and a call to arms. Like they want you to
I'm
know.
Gonna say it so then
you know that you
could be this, and then maybe you will behave
right
in this manner. So I'm gonna say it in advance.
Right.
Speak things that are not as though they are.
Yes,
type stuff.
Yes, but you know that the men. Well, I shouldn't say this, but the views and opinions of the hosts and their guests do not reflect that. But when it comes to men that call women queens, I find that they are the most condescending and controlling and womanizing, because it is it is according to their standards of a queen. So then you feel like they're insurmountable and unattainable goals in order to ascend to the type of queen that they want you to be, because generally it's accompanied by some really toxic male energy, some very manipulative and divisive language and treatment, some very what's the word that I'm looking for, that it's demeaning and it's demoralizing. I know that I just said that, but it's another word that I can't recall
It'll
right
come.
now.
So
But
just you put it there.
yeah,
And if you
yeah,
oh yeah, I'm
but
with
just the impudent behavior that accompanies these toxic males that say it. You say that it's a call to arms so that she can recognize that she is a queen, but really it's still penis privilege, and you are asking her to assimilate to your desire and your requirement. It's not that she can be a queen in her own right and be who she is and still be a hustler, a businesswoman, an intellect, scholar.
But a queen is, but in my opinion, a queen is all of those things.
Right. But but to her, then that's her trying to overshine him, because then he feels provoked as the king that he is out in these streets, because then the queen cannot ascend to be higher than the king. So you are exalting yourself in this feeling of this superiority, and then you define the lines of what type of queen that I can be. So that's just my take on those type of men that call women queens. Now, I know this is unfair, but like we said earlier, in no way, shape, form, or fashion, or by any stretch of the imagination, am I trying to put any gender down. But when it comes to women calling other women queens, there's this unspoken language that women share. There are refractions and spectrums and different types of energy levels that are communicated silently, feelings. So when a woman that genuinely calls another woman a queen and means it, that can cultivate these healthy relationships and these enriching opportunities for one another, it's her really meaning it and recognizing another queen, like, but then even you find in those types, we're all human. So of course we're going to have our very human feelings, and we're going to be jealous. We're going to be envious. But then going back to what Patrice said, when she first started her journey, she was very naked with us. So there was already a trust there that she didn't even realize she had established, because she recognized it in us without having to use the word queen. But she was very transparent. She was like, I am not very good at keeping female relationships. And she said it at that time that way. And we had extensive conversations about the word female and why we don't use it. And y'all heard her say something different. But it wasn't because she wasn't trying. It wasn't for the lack of trying. I mean, if she's ever sat and told y'all some of the things that she's experienced just with other women alone, it's enough to make you sick to your stomach, because it's like, who could do that to someone like that, who doesn't love you? Like, you're fucking magnificent, you know what I mean? But she was trying, and now she's at a completely different place to where she has many relationships with other women.
I like how you cleaned that up. I like how you cleaned that up.
Many relationships.
Look, I like how you cleaned that up, because I was like, I'm like, hold on a minute, because it's only this many.
Right. It's but it's an impressive amount compared to where
zero,
we began,
to the goose egg,
17, 18 years ago.
That's real.
That's
real, because I just feel like a lot of people behave like a queen. Excuse me.
But I mean, queen is really subjective.
Let me hear it go. You see what I'm saying? Because the word or the noun queen and the action of queening is absolutely not the same thing. And it's a lot of women, in my personal opinion. It's my show, so these are my opinions, and this is how I feel. Folks out here claiming to be a queen, to walk in the space of the royalty that a queen is, the noun of a queen, but y'all just queening. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here behaving and all y'all queen like action. And that's not the same thing. And I'm saying it because to be a queen is one thing, but to act queenish or queen like is something totally different. And I know y'all like, well, where's the difference, whatever. And because I'm into words, you understand what I'm saying? And one is uplifted a space of royalty, and one is a place where there's detriment and belittlement in their behavior. So to treat someone less than, you know what I'm saying, to treat other people as subservient or causing them harm emotionally, mentally, physically, that's you know what I'm saying, that's raising yourself to a standard that uses the backs of others. That's not fly.
Right.
That's not sexy. That's not brilliant. It's not magnificent.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
because it's total opposite.
It is total opposite. Your Majesty. That title? Do you hear the word majesty? Do you want to be a magistrate? Is that what you want to be? And what is required of that type of person, that title? You know what I'm saying? How do you become a queen? So many. You don't just wake up born queen, fam.
No.
You don't. It don't. Like there's a whole process.
It involves a man.
It's a whole process,
a birth.
or birth. Like, Bob, is this your blood, right? And I'm not saying that some of us don't come from sweet lineage.
Because I have the richest soil.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying some of us don't come from sweet lineage. You get what I'm saying? And you can be that, exemplify that. We're not talking about the actual truth of the bloodline. You can exemplify that and not be of that bloodline. As a matter of fact, you can exemplify that and be more of a queen in nature than some people are by blood right. You get what I'm saying? And where I'm going with that is some of us, just need to do really better at how we manage one another to start. And then how we are projecting that energy onto this life, as they call us on all types of what's what I'm looking for, in different cultures. We are still mother.
Mm-hmm.
In every culture.
I believe that the word woman is synonymous with sacrifice.
Do you know what I'm saying? In every culture, we are mother. Which is listen to what that requires, though. There's a list of what that means, but by general nature, not one that somebody made up. Like, all jokes aside, if you just lay it, no matter what culture, no matter what animal, no matter what, just line us all up and look at the similarities. That's just nature. Because you can't argue with the fact of it. Now you can, or people can, well, we made this and this is what we think. Fuck what you think. Just line all these things up that do just not similarities. Look at the similarities. And that's what it is. That is the pure nature of what we are and who we are. You get what I'm saying? I don't know mothers that's not nurturers. Because you have to be. Whether you like it or not. I just wish that we were more considerate of one another, in spite of the traumas that we've experienced.
100%.
And in spite of the depths of the things that we've gone through. It's not easy to have been raped or verbally assaulted, molested, beaten, taken advantage of, manipulated financially, spiritually, emotionally, and all of these things. Taken, beaten, tried, everything you could think of, abandoned, and still be like, so yeah, did you notice that the sun rising on this side is making the side of your skin glisten? And mean it. You'd be like, the sun in your face and your skin,
Right.
and no one cares about it.
Notice how people are so taken aback when you say that to
Mm,
people. Like, I'll look at her. There was a nurse in the office,
mm.
and I was looking at her, and I was like, "You are so beautiful." And she looked, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." But she was so surprised. It's like, if we out here
Because
really,
we
if
don't though,
queening,
but we
if
not.
we queening though, why are there not more compliments like that being handed out freely? Why can't, instead of looking a woman up and down, sizing her up, to compare yourself to her or asking her questions so that you can know which way that you are to respect her or not respect her?
Because
Why
queening
can't you just say,
is
"Oh my gosh, I think that you are one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen"?
because when you
that's what you really mean.
but when you queen though, when you're doing it in an action, you behave in an unpleasantly superior way towards somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's why when you out here and you're behaving in that capacity, but it doesn't have to reflect in your way. You can still be regal and loving and not be the fucking servant girl.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You can be the boss and be complimenting. You get what I'm saying? And supportive and helpful and encouraging. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be the boss and be the bitch. You don't have to be that. You know what I'm saying? Direct is not bitchy. You know what I'm saying? An absolute decision is not distasteful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Kicking somebody in the ass on the way to make it happen is not okay, though.
They're going to be attached to the ass you got the kiss later.
It could very well be. You know what I'm saying? And why don't we compliment each other? Is that gay?
No.
That's my point. Because everything is gay. I'm so sick of these people concerned with, well, that's, I can't. That's a compliment is imposing sexuality. Are you kidding me?
Not in no way, shape, form, or fashion.
A compliment. Now, sexual harassing somebody is a different story.
Right.
Damn, bitch, your ass banging. You don't cross all the lines. You don't cross all the lines. Not only did you slap to touch my ass, now you don't call me a bitch. you just hold on now. Time out. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do that, and just as simple as saying, you know what I'm saying? Use your words.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for. No? Use your words. I'm loving the way that these soft little yellow lights is bouncing off my freebie skin. You get what I'm saying? Because it make her look like she glowing. She just like got little hints of, and then I say something like that, and she be like, "Shut your ass up, trying to embarrass me."
I do.
It's not that.
She just does it because she likes to see me blush.
I do it because it's the truth. You get what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't never told nobody they was fine and they wasn't. I ain't never done it. I'd be like, "Oh, that is so a nice outfit." You get what I'm saying? That is, girl, them earrings, everything.
I'm like that too.
Because I'm not gonna lie, but I will I'm not above a compliment.
It comes as a surprise. I scared the mess out of this woman in the grocery store. She looked so good. She had on a mustard coat. She had on a mustard hat. She had on some tweed pants and some boots. And I'm like, girl, why are you in the grocery store looking this good? I got on mask. She looking like, who is talking to? It's me, girl. You look great.
Yes, come on with the.
Why are you in the grocery store looking this good? You should have sent somebody else. This ain't an outfit for the grocery store.
You should have sent somebody else. Let me tell you about how dope. You know, have you ever seen a woman's walk change in her spine once that compliment hit? Have you ever seen that? Like, you'd be like, what's her name? Loretta Devine did that when she was walking across the street. She was like, is he Yes. You get what I'm saying? And not so much just from him. You get what I'm saying? And because, don't get me wrong, we'll talk on another day about compliments from the opposite sex, or, you know, that which you are attracted to, whatever that is. But just in genuine love, being able to look at your sister or a woman and not be completely disgusted because of an assumption or because you don't have all the information. And this is so crazy. I was talking to a sister girl friend of ours, and I'm trying to be as vague as possible because I don't want to.
I'm gonna know who it is.
I know you're gonna know who it is, but I don't want to embarrass the other person.
Gotcha.
And somebody was introducing me to someone, and she was geeked about introducing us. And the other person was like really like 6 foot with a long handle spoon in the interaction, whatever the case may be. And it's the first time in a long time I was like, damn, I ain't been around anybody that don't like me in a long time. That's what that feel like. Okay. You get what I'm saying? But I'm okay with that because everybody don't gotta like me. You get what I'm saying? But I was cordial. I was still extending a certain kind of cordiality to her. But I could easily tell that she was like, so who is this bitch? And I caught all of that. That's why I'd be glad you don't be in places sometimes. And it was okay that it was okay for me that she felt that way. I was a little off-putting, but I was like, oh, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta like me. I'm still gonna, hey, I would love to. If we could connect, that would be great. If not, she was like, I don't think so. And I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then
nice to meet you.
You know what I'm saying? Well, let me go on to whatever I was doing, whatever the case may be. But I thought about that later, and I was like, it's funny how then, because she had mentioned, she said, oh yeah, I've seen you before on your show or whatever. You know, and I was like,
she didn't say or whatever.
Yes, friend. Well, get all of that energy together.
She probably say females too.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
She just felt the way she felt. And, you know, sometimes people are off-put by either show because I'm very opinionated on this one and I'm very sexual on the other one. So in those spaces don't always make people feel welcome.
So
let me hug on my pumpkin. And I've learned to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm learning even more so, you know what I'm saying, is that no matter what you encounter, just genuinely be you.
Right. And if that means that you are standoffish and it might even be that you're not standoffish, you're shy. You don't know how to make friends or you're scared to make friends but check your energy.
But that's the thing though. So for me, because typically the response is, oh, fuck me, fuck you.
Right.
Okay. Because I can give it. Oh, I can give it. You know what I'm saying? But to be better, and this is like legitimately some self-work, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all to be better, so that when I have these type of conversations, when I'm on the show in front of these people that's watching and listening and chiming in on the radio, chiming in on whatever show, so that when you see me talking about this one way, and then you happen to see me out in these streets whenever, there will be consistency in my behavior.
That's right.
As in the same message that I'm giving. I am not perfect, but I tell you every day, I'm never gonna snub you.
Because what's the point?
Because for what? Now, if I don't like you and I don't like something you did, I might even withdraw and hold that till I get to later and be talking to my girlfriend and be like, listen,
which is exactly
that shit wasn't okay. But I'm not finna make no scene so that other people can feed into the narrative that we don't love each other.
Right.
It's so saddening to me.
And just to be clear, you venting about the way that someone treated you is not you hating on a woman and not descending from your throne as a queen. It just means that you are venting about something that you saw and called out, but in your queenship, you chose not to deliver the same energy that was given to you in that moment. It's called being human.
That's hard.
And in the past, I used to be obnoxiously sweet because I knew that it pissed the person off. But it became such a practice that it's like, I no longer need to go and tell my girlfriend about it because peace to your journey. And that's it.
Like, how do you do that though? Like from you, how do you do that? Because I'll tell you how I do.
You know,
lots of
you
before the
know.
Lord, lots of it.
You know how I used to act.
Yeah, but it's me too though. Just I was just older than you, so we caught it. I told you, so I caught it. I had done it already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I did that. Remember, don't do this.
Right.
You know
I did it anyway.
You know what I'm saying? But even not as bad as it could have been. We did good. You did good, Mama. You did good.
I am a bottle rocket. I am She-Hulk. I'm always angry. I am always ready to fight, always ready to rock. I'm not saying it like I'm bad. I just am always angry. So I can go from 0 to 1,000 and then go back down to 0. Like, okay, I got my aggression out. We're all good.
And then, hey guys, did you see the sun?
Right. And we're
So
right back to
beautiful.
where we were. But I very unselfishly share the energy that's given to me. So it's like, oh, you want to bring some heat? I'm going to show you the fire. And then we going to be all right.
Right. And it'd be like somebody would be like, oh, here's the little ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'd be like, oh, that's
we
what
throwing fireballs.
Do you feel better now? Because I do. Okay. So then
I'm just an angry little Aries.
She was like, you
that's cute. That's cute.
You like, and then she's like, oh,
she has this thing that she does that makes me so angry. She goes,
you already know what that is. I'm just be quiet. Y'all know what that sound is. Y'all know what that sound is. Then Free do it quick. Like, golly, what happened? Nothing. Oh, and now, so the woman, did you just cut somebody? Yes, she did. No. I just restored them to their better self. Excuse me. Yeah. She just needed to be returned.
She required an education.
She needed to be reminded of, I'm like, oh.
That's what it is. And people require educations. And you know what? As a woman, because it's not that we're out here bullying other women, but if you have a close personal friend, don't have your close personal friend out there. If they solicit your advice, if they ask for your advice, if it's something that you truly care about, there's a way that you can say it to them in love to let them know, like, maybe not. Or are you really thinking about this? Or is there something that I can do to help? Or let's look at this a different way. You know what I mean? And we don't do that enough for one another. But what's worse is, going back to that cultivation of unhealthy relationships, we were not taught to have those hard conversations and still be friends afterwards. I have a woman that no longer speaks to me to this day. She lives 2 doors down from me. We tried coming back together, but she was just exhausting as a friend, exhausting as a person all around, because I was like her emotional support animal or some shit. And I was like, I don't have the energy to deal with you. You are too much. I can't do it. I can't. I was her emotional support animal. Like, what the hell? I cannot be a mother and a friend and a family member. And I can't. You're nuts. And you gave me my first taste of experience on what it is when I go out into the field and I start psychoanalyzing people, which I do already. But there are just some people who are beyond repair. And it's because of your relationship that you had before and your mother and whatever else you got imagined in your big ass head. So go ahead and do what you do. All right. But leave me out of it. But it was like, I can not have the same opinion as you and still be your friend. And I can disagree with you and still be your friend.
Yes.
And you can be upset with me. And I'm still going to call you and be like, you still mad? You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop being your friend, though.
Mm.
So you take all the time that you need, but I'm not going to stop being your friend. You know what I mean? Like, that's what friendship is. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to say something that you don't like, but you have to be fully confident in yourself and in your relationship to know whether or not it's coming from a place of love or a place of hate.
That is where the line is drawn, though. That's where I draw the line, because I don't have no problem with you snapping. I don't have a problem with you feeling some kind of way about something I said. Check me. Tell me.
I can't check nobody.
I'm saying, but even
like, that hurt me.
But that's still checking me. You
that
know
hurt me. You don't have to say it like that.
So I can fix myself if I love you.
Yeah.
let's just keep 100. If I love you, immediately, my
That's
bad.
not what I meant.
That is not my intention. You know what I'm saying? And let me make the amend on it. But if I think that your intentions are malicious, fuck you and that horse you rode in on.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And if I can, I'm pretty good at knowing that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you know, there's an old adage that I really tried to fight with all my might for many years because I believed that there was color in the world still. But as I've gotten older, it's rang to be true. And it is a friend that, what is it? I may not do it any justice, but I can give you the gist of it. But it's a friend that turned enemy. It was not a friend to begin with. A friend turned enemy was not a friend to begin with. And it's really true because it's like they were hating from the start. They were an enemy from the start.
That is an interesting concept. And I'm going to pause you right there real quick so we can wrap up on Blow Radio. And we're going to keep it here. Because it's just for a minute. Because I want to go into that. I got questions. Mm-hmm. I got lots of questions. Okay, I want to thank y'all for logging on to Monday Live with JustPatrice, hanging out with my sister friend, Free Bird is in the building, blowradio.com. It is a beautiful Monday. Don't forget that today's word was mischief, and how to take that energy with the universe, God, or the ancestors playing their little game to keep you on your toes. Because mischief is not necessarily supposed to cause you harm, but it definitely is to make you, it definitely test your resilience is the word I'm looking for. It definitely tests your resilience. Are you ready to deal with that? Are you sure that this is the journey that you want to be on? And are you willing to do what you need to do to see it through? So many of us withdraw. So many of us walk away. So many of us step away just in the face of a little change, a little, but what if not? And the other side of the what if not is just a small keyhole, but it's like a Alice's Wonderland gaping hole on the other side and all its wonderfulness. Are you willing to do that? Just a little bit, because it ain't always going to be sweet. We'll figure that out. And until next week, it's been real up in his beard. I'm just kidding. BlowRadio.com. I love y'all. It's your girl, JustPatrice. Hanging out if you are live still on Facebook, YouTube, or whatever. We'll be out. We're still hanging out with you just for a minute. We're going to wrap up on BlowRadio.com. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with us. And until next week, Monday, I will see you 1 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check out that Monday message of the day, and we'll go from there. Until then, I holla.
Adiós mío, papi. No puedo dejar de sentir una especie de manera de usted.
You already know.
Sometimes it's hard to explain how you feel when your troubles are weighing you down. And it's hard to accept that the world has your back when you cry and there's no one around. But it's okay, girl, to take a day, girl, to regroup and to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna be alright. Breathe just breathe. Nobody said it'd be easy. You're working hard to take care of your babies. And the way the world's set up, even when your man gives up, you got to keep it moving on. So it's okay, girl. So to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow it's gonna be alright. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Then lay your troubles down. When you're tired of all the drama, makes me wanna holler, yeah. I know you're tired of stressing with the world on your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. I know you're tired of stressing. I know, oh yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. 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 I know you're tired of stressing. You're on your shoulders. Breathe in, let it go. I know you're tired of stressing. You're on your shoulders. Breathe in, let it go. 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 Just breathe. Just breathe.
I know you want to find me. I did. Hey guys. Oh. That's what happened when you tell Free some shit on off air that you can't say on air, and she be like, "I'll tear this whole bitch up." See, don't just be me. That's where I get it from, though. I be like, "What? Say something." I swear to God, fuck this mic. You get what I'm saying? So you still have to use your mic, babe, so that the people in the back can hear you. I'm gonna turn you back up a little bit. Is you mad or is you mad? Is you mad or is you mad?
I'm mad.
Okay, so just taking that into consideration. Okay, some of the stuff that I said based on a statement that you have made right before we went off air, whatever. How do you sort through that? You know what I'm saying? How can you sort through understanding differences? Because sometimes we hurt and you can't have those conversations. Sometimes you don't know how to say what you're feeling. You know what I mean? And so I understand that. Like, how do you advise the ability to be able to? Ooh, girl, I hear you. I'm talking to you, Free. That's me looking away from you, girl. I see your face. I synced you.
So my most overutilized phrase for 2020 was "peace to your journey."
Peace to your journey. Okay.
Peace to your journey, because, like, I'll restate what I said before, so that you guys have a good understanding of what it is that we're talking about. But it was a person that can become an enemy so quickly was not a friend to begin with, or a friend that became an enemy so quick. You know, the ability to switch it up on you like that, that's not a real friend. And not the type of real friend where, like, a real friend will be empathetic and compassionate. You know what I mean? So I'll give the example of the situation that we were talking about earlier with this friend that I thought she was, which I really didn't think she was. But I'd already was looking for kind of a way to detach from her because she was so demanding of my time, of my energy, of my happiness, of everything. It was like, okay, I feel like I'm being eaten alive. You know what I mean? Just an energy vulture, right? Energy vampire. And she asked a question about her boyfriend and what it was that she wanted emotional validation for something that she was clearly in delusion about, or she hadn't quite shared all of the details with me.
Okay.
So she, number one, doesn't want to be with the dude. she berates the dude. She would say things in front of me because she enjoyed the fact that she had someone that she could berate. So she would say things like she didn't like that he and I would have conversation about comic books or movies or music, because then that was taking away from the time that she wanted to spend with me, but also occupying his attention in a way where she felt intimidated. And then she thought, well, you need to find friends of your own. You remember I told you a little bit about this?
Yeah.
She was like, you need to find friends of your own. She's not your fucking friend. And I'm like, well, now I feel uncomfortable, because then she had the man walking around in headphones in the house, and she just sitting there with her shit-eating grin, satisfied with herself that she made him miserable, and I'm uncomfortable. And I was like, I'm not gonna stay in this environment.
Right.
So she called looking for emotional validation because the dude was her mother's friend on Facebook. You've been with this dude for 8 years. You call him your husband. He's the father of your child. You say that you don't talk to your mother, but your mother's always at your house watching your daughter. But this ain't, you have a problem with the fact that he's your mother's Facebook friend, because that's something you would never do. I don't understand what's happening here, honey. You got to tell me all of the information. I would never, she's the reason why I can't cultivate healthy relationships. She used my words. Okay. But you seem to have a pretty good relationship with her, because you're always cooking for her and she's always over here asking for money, and you're driving her places, and you send him to go get stuff from her or install air conditioners and whatever televisions and whatever other things that she needs. So why exactly is it that you have a problem with, and this is Facebook, like what? She clearly, this woman has mental issues, right?
That's what it sounds like.
She is cognitively delayed, she is bipolar,
Delayed?
she's manic depressive, she has some unresolved shit, right?
Okay.
And while it was a great experience in exploring what it's going to be like in my psychology practice, she is just simply one of those patients that was never going to try to learn from her own anything. She was so smart, she was stupid, right? Or she is so smart that she's stupid.
Wow.
So we had a disagreement, and it was because of something that she asked of me, and I gave her my honest opinion. But what was worse is that I had just had a hard conversation with her, and I told her, I don't always agree with what it is that you're saying, but if we're going to cultivate this relationship, because I love to say that because it's a great phrase, if we are going to have a healthy relationship and understand what a friendship really means, then I need you to understand that I'm not going to be a yes friend. I am not going to be a yes man. I am not going to simply tell you what it is that you want to hear. I don't always agree with your practice, nor do I agree with the things that you say. I do not like a lot of the things, but as my friend, if we are going to continue this friendship, I need to have a safe space with you to be able to disagree and not just be here to nod my head when you want to satisfy your own narcissistic value. She said in that moment that she understood. And when it came time for me to exercise my right to a safe space in the friendship, she stopped talking to me and then blocked me because she said I was being condescending, simply because I was saying, I told you that I wasn't going to agree with you. I asked you for the safe space. You told me that this was something that you could give to me. So this was no longer a conversation about the stupidity that the triviality of the relationship with your man.
Don't say triviality again.
Tell me that's not what it was.
My whole spirit was like, yes.
Right. Like don't this it no longer even concerned. But then what it gave to me though in the end, because I mean, as women we can discern, and not even as women, as humans, let me say that, because I don't want to discount men. You know the difference. You know when it comes to the way that a person treats you. She was full of herself because she had a man and I didn't. So she would say things like, it's okay, he gonna eat my pussy later. I'm sorry, what? And why are you even saying that in front of someone that you don't need to be saying that in front of? Why is that an issue? Because if he gonna eat your pussy later, then why can't he have a conversation while he outside smoking a cigarette on the porch with me and you about comics? Why are you so worried about him having a relationship with me when you know that not only is not my type, but because I'm not one of those type of homegirls that go after my friends and them's man or even an interest.
Oh, I have so much to say, and I'm not saying any of it.
But that's the thing, right? That's the thing.
Yes.
So it's like, so those little things, or, you know, it was the way that I was raised, my childhood. You know, I didn't have a traumatic childhood, even in what others would deem an unsavory environment. I did not have a traumatic childhood. I had a very blessed childhood. I was always protected. I was never in situations or circumstances where I was not taken care of. I had most opportunities that my father gave me the world, and I love him for that. And of course there were things that I missed, but I don't have the same experience off jump because I was raised by a single dad. But I also don't have the same experiences because he would be damned if I didn't get every opportunity afforded to any white child or privileged child or native child or Asian child or Hispanic child known on the face of this earth. He was like, she gonna do all the things, you know? So it's like, she despised that I had a great childhood. So she would, you know, well, we don't all have a dad with a $46,000 American Express that can just pay things for us when we want. And I'm like, who has that dad? Who has that dad? Because my dad don't pay my shit. Not without me working for it. Who has, and why are you upset that my dad will if I ask him for it? But I don't have to explain my childhood to you because I don't. I will not apologize for my privilege. I will not apologize for my parents. I will not apologize for my personality. I will not apologize for my motherfucking peace. Okay. So all of these things came to this culmination of her ending or blocking me because I didn't agree with her had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that it was a conversation about her man, but everything to do with the fact that she was never a friend to begin with.
So how do you think, like, where did the, like, how, what the fuck did she want? Do you think
she wanted an emotional support animal?
An emotional support animal? Like, and for real, what do you think she wanted?
She wanted someone that was going to agree with her and validate her bullshit on a daily basis. She wanted to suck someone into the darkness with her because, like I said, all of those old traditional, the gimmick-filled adages, misery loves company. A friend that turns enemy was never a friend. Revenge is like, or spite is like swallowing poison, expecting someone else to die. You know, if you go, what is it? Throwing dirt only results in you losing ground. That was all of those ugly things. And the fact that she could not break me and bring me to the dark side.
Like you think she invested her energy in doing that?
Absolutely. Because of the way that she would act and because of the things that she would say. And she would laugh very smugly to herself alone, satisfied with her dig or her undercut.
Okay, so
those little idiosyncrasies,
just little bitty ones that you might be like, okay,
like the people that say stuff and then they do a little I
almost gasped my breath and pushed you down.
Y'all better start paying attention,
because I do pay attention to these things, and I'll be like,
or they'll look at somebody else like while they're talking about you, or oh yeah, I know all the little tricks.
Like all of these little things,
all little tricks, because that was my trauma.
And I'm
what
like,
we were talking about earlier. I know this is weird, but because I was always the little, oh, Free, she's just so little and cute and weird. She's just a little sunshine baby. She's just a little hippie little girl, hippie child, flower child. So I was used to just already letting people know that I was a geek and a goofy and all the things that people, my real friends love about me, you know. But to other people, it was like, oh, I can't be that way because that's not the space that I'm in right now. So I was always forced to code switch, but it wasn't without watching. I might be the person laughing the loudest in the room, but it's not to deflect from anything. It's just because I'm watching to see. I'm watching everything. I'm studying. You don't have to be quiet to study. But those aren't real friends anyway.
I'm a quiet study though.
And I'm not.
I'll be like this.
She look at me and I'll
whole-
have a 3-ring circus and I will look at Treese and we'd be like,
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I saw that shit too.
Yeah. And I'm not. I you hear me say these days, I'm not perfect a lot.
No one is.
I know this. You get what I'm saying? And I say that so much, and I'm disgusted with myself that I have to keep saying it, because I'm not saying it to convince myself, because I know that I'm not perfect.
But you have to say it for the
But I'm
convictions
saying
of others.
for other people. I know I'm not perfect, and I know I make mistakes. I don't do things right all the time. You know what I mean? But and I mean this with all sincerity, the capital letter B, U, and T, all capital letters. But I work diligently on me and how I interact with the people that I love, reminding them that they are loved, because I love on purpose. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like and if I need to make adjustments, or I do my best to do that. If you ask me to help you with something, I'm gonna call you to it on it, and we're gonna try to figure it out. Or I'm gonna say, okay, let me know when you're ready for real.
We've had many of those conversations,
and I'll let you. It don't change the way that I love you. It don't mean that I love you any less. If I'm working on some shit, or like with my weight, I'm like, I'm really trying hard not to eat this shit that I'm not supposed to have. Like it's a situation to go into the store and skip all the junk.
Do you hear me?
I'm like,
come on, somebody.
I'm like, this man get a bag of chips. It's a whittle. It's a little chip bag. No, okay.
Come on, somebody.
You know what I'm saying? And now the bag of Doritos that it took me, the big bag of Doritos that it took me a day to eat, I'd be all week. Plus some. Like they be stale. But that's good for me. You get what I'm saying? And to not do something like Katina made these ginger shots. I've been taking ginger shots. Go figure, right?
I hate ginger, but that sounds like it might be.
I hate ginger. You see my face?
Yeah.
You know ginger ale, ginger cookie, ginger snaps.
No, I love ginger ale and
I don't
ginger
like
snaps.
ginger nothing. It's wrong.
Ginger beer.
It's ginger beer.
Nigel used to
It's
drink that
spicy,
shit.
and it's just. But other people like it and they love it. However, these ginger shots in the morning, the idea of a ginger shot in the morning, or whenever you take it, whatever, that boost of energy that it gives you, it's a legit thing. Between that and the cayenne pepper and the metabolism boost and whatever, I can't complain about it at all, except for the fact that I fucking hate the way that it tastes.
She gonna have to let me know what's in there then.
It's fire. You get what I'm saying? Shake.
That was so good.
And whatever the case may be, you get what I'm saying? And you take it. So I'm also willing to do outside of my box. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to those that I love. Because of all of that, my love is very fragile. And I'm very particular about who I give it to. And I learned that. I'm saying, and I learned that from learning what love looks like for real. From learning what patience is like for real. It like seriously, you know what I'm saying? Spoiled rotten, whole tantrum having her person. You know what I'm saying? It's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Real. Both of us.
You get what I'm saying? But to love when you are quote unquote spoiled or quote unquote a tantrum thrower, or you'll have this fit, or to have people in your life that know that, understand that, and will sit by and wait for you to finish whatever tantrum is you having, and then be like, okay,
we done now?
Are we done? Can we go outside now? You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you know it's real for me. You get what I'm saying? That's when you know that it's real. Like I can let you do whatever it is you need to do to be you. That does not cause me hurt, harm, or danger. Does not cause you hurt, harm, or danger. I don't have no problem letting you do that. Because when you cross that line, you get what I'm saying? I have to set a standard. Otherwise, you just allow people to take you and treat you any kind of way at any capacity, i.e., ex-husband number 2. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I say that, thinking about him, thinking about the energy and how I internalize that kind of love and what it means. Like, my love is not more precious than anybody else to somebody else. It's more precious than anybody else's love to me. Like when I was talking to, I was talking to, babe? We was talking about these different levels of self. Like I've forsaken my physical self time and time again, whether it's sexually or through gluttonous eating or, you know what I'm saying, failure to exercise. Like my body, I have not been good to her. I ain't treat her like dog trash. You get what I'm saying? But that I've not been good to her. But my body also is flesh. And it will rot away. You know what I'm saying? Into nothingness. You know what I'm saying? So I do value it. I do appreciate it. I'm thankful that I have the one that I have. You know what I'm saying? That these legs are on a heel or on a men. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna get us some short shorts happening for this summer or whenever the case may be. And I'm able to move around, that I have my faculties about myself. I'm thankful for that. But my love is more precious than that. And my spirit is even more precious than that. Right. You get what I'm saying? So when I start talking about making all these connections and whatever, I used to come to the set and be like, oh, I can't even be here. It's too much energy. I gotta go.
And she would really leave.
I would fucking leave. So because I'll come in open, ready to go, but it's like, my name is terrible. Everything is bad in the world. We're all gonna die.
She would hide in the little hallway by the bathroom or behind in the DJ booth.
Just so I could try to turn off some of the buttons because I was new at it. You know what I'm saying? Help me. It's too much people. Breathe like you losing. I know. Help me. So it would be like that. You know what I mean? But to be able to genuinely have an exchange, to be able to genuinely know it, it's like, I know what love is like for real. I know what it's like to be able to engage in somebody in a capacity. Like I know what love looks like. Right. And I mean, outside of the basic toxic shit that we approve of every day. Like every day I see it. I watch people every day. I'm like, what's wrong? Free asked me, sis, what's wrong? I said, man, people. Right. And it saddens me, but because I know what love looks like. And I know when I see and when you side-eyeing, why are you side-eyeing her? Why would you? Why?
Because you ain't side-eyeing him sitting next to you.
You get what I'm saying? Why did you side-eye this person? You get what I'm saying? Like, or why are you treating this person?
You don't side-eye the people in your family that speak down to you. You don't side-eye them. You still love them unconditionally, but you can't love your friend unconditionally. You feel like you have to be with these people. Okay, then I'm expendable. That's fine. But do not project your shit onto me.
How do you prevent that though? Because it's natural. It's my free. Where's my free? It's my free time. No, it's my free time. How do you do? I'm saying that because hey Patrice, can you? Hey Patrice, I'd like to. Oh my God, can you do the show? Are you gonna do this?
That sounds like a lot of people using you. Please stop. That sounds like a lot of people using you rather than it is looking for genuine Patrice time. And you know, I've always said that. That's why she doesn't invite me to the things that she does, because she knows that I'm going to be the friend that's going to say something in front of people.
Friend be like, hey, didn't she just, I'm like, ma'am, please. I'm okay.
I can become very passive aggressive because I will stand there and I'll be like, I could have sworn you just said, while the person is looking her dead in the face. And I know I'm still working on me. I ain't perfect.
You try to keep your friends out of hostile situations. Oh, well, okay then with the leg cross. Okay then. Come on, put him right there. Yes.
I'm like, look at that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Look at that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was appropriate for the moment.
It was. He was like, oh, but I know she just, and let me tell you how I love how defensive the people that love me are. Man. And I'm that defensive about them too. Like, it's not a game.
Yeah.
Like, It's like I be mad at the people that's treating themselves bad. Like you don't talk to you like that.
Right, we do. You ain't gonna talk about my friend no
like
longer.
this will be clear. It's enough of that self mutilation we doing over there. Now I done let you be sad, but we're not finna just keep picking on my friend like that because you are a fabulous person, and I want you to know that. And if what do I need to do?
Yeah,
you like for real though. So how do you make amends for that? I don't. I hate. I don't say hate. I know I think unlike a lot of people. And I have to say that because
but I love the way
a lot
think.
of people feel like, and I'm saying this, I'm gonna use this relationship with J-Dub as an example. Like a lot of people feel like, white girl, whatever, just don't give no fuck about that or whatever the case may be. I don't feel that way about him. And I've said this before. I said this to him. I said this to other people, whatever. I don't hate Jermon. You get what I'm saying? Not even a little bit. I don't like what we did to each other. And I say that because there was something about me that made him feel like he needed to do the things that he did. So I don't like who we were together. If that's I think that's a fair statement.
Absolutely.
I don't want him any harm. I don't want nothing to happen to him. I don't want nobody to do. I don't want any of those things for him. You know what I mean? How in motherfucking ever? I'm good over here, and I'm okay with not imposing in your life and you not inflicting any imposition in mine. How do we come to these types of what's the word? I'm like plateaus, wellness, acceptance. These spaces of acceptance with each other, sis. Like because women fight, we be ugly. It's ugly.
It really honestly starts with you because you have to be all right with you, and then you have to calculate whether or not this is a benefit or if it will be a loss, or you have to be completely selfish. Honestly, you have to be completely selfish, and we've been taught that we shouldn't be selfish, but when it comes to who we're giving our time to, who we're giving our attention to, who we're giving our love to, we have to be insanely selfish. And we have to be like, I don't know if I can be friends with you no more. And I have a bad habit of letting people overstay or wear out their welcomes. And I'm like, you can't be here no more. But I've gotten better about to where I won't explode and tell them the long list of years that they did all of these horrible things to me, which I should have ended the friendship or relationship in the beginning. It's now just, oh, I see that, and I don't like the way it feels. I'm going to distance myself from that. And I'm going to count this as a loss, or I'm going to chalk it up, we square, you know what I mean? But it's like, honestly, you have to be selfish. And self-care was also another overutilized phrase for 2020 for me, because I was forced into a position where I had to worry about nothing but self because I had to save my life. You know what I mean? So it was like, I just don't want to do this anymore. It just doesn't feel right. It's like you said, it's that momentous moment that you wake up and you're like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck this shit.
Right.
So it's like either then that comes into the categories that, what is it, Kivia was talking about. When she was like, people talk about associates, people talk about acquaintances, people talk about friends. And it's like, number one, I don't have many best friends.
Okay.
I have many sisters. I have sorority sisters. I have chosen sisters. I have sisters. And I have great relationships with all of them. But that's when you categorize whether or not they have a significance in your life and whether or not it's somebody that you need to be dealing with. And once it becomes that they are more of a subtraction than they are an addition, and you have to recognize, like, this person is taken from you, from me. And I think many people take from you because you're fucking brilliant. And they take from you because they want to possess just a little bit of what it is that you got, or they're lazy as shit and they want you to do it for them. And you need to expend that greatness on what you're doing.
Understand.
And just because you can do it doesn't mean that you have to put yourself to the test every time. You don't have to show yourself
Touche.
how powerful you are every day,
Touche.
or show yourself how powerful you are in different ways when it comes to speaking up for yourself, showing up for yourself, taking time for yourself, loving on yourself, like what you're doing now.
Touche.
You know what I mean? But anyone that's always calling and they want something from you, you know that if we were in a situation like that and I was telling you the same thing, that you'd be like, free, excuse me, do you hear what you're saying right now?
Yeah.
And one of the phrases that she is notorious for is, okay, listen to what you just said right now. Remember what you just said right now, because we gonna come back to that.
We'll be back to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all know that she will say that to you in a second.
In a minute.
But it's crazy because when we find ourselves in the same situation or circumstance, then we identify differently and we're like, well, I mean, it's something I can do, or I'm making a profit from it. But how much of a profit are you making from it if you feel completely wiped out by the end of the transaction?
Yeah.
Is the profit worth it?
It don't be.
Right.
It don't be.
Right.
Mm-mm.
So it's you have to be more selfish.
You know, and you think about it in a capacity where it's like, I don't understand. I'm just trying to understand my cycle of friending, okay, and how I don't do a lot of new friends, you know, and not because I'm not open to people. I'm just very mindful who I let get close enough to that space, because vulnerability is a really sacred thing for me, and I think it should be for all people, but that's another story. I feel like if I'm talking to you and we're building and we're bonding and we're connecting or whatever the case may be, why is it okay for you to be mad at other people using me, taking advantage of me, driving all of my time? Like, you be pissed, not you per se, you know what I'm saying? Be furious, like I date everybody just want, or you just trying to whatever, or could just sometimes you need to just sit down or whatever, and all of that's fine and dandy, and you mad at all these people wearing me down
until it come to something you
need until it's you. And then
because
when
I
you
want
are
all
doing
these people to get out of the way so that only me, I'm only the one that can use you up.
I don't understand. Like, I attract that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, terribly. I would like to not. Any suggestion?
Yes, stop.
It's like any suggestion.
You gotta stop.
Because I would like it to not.
You have to cease. Cease. What's the word? When you're on an assembly line. It's cease something, where you stop production. Cease production.
Cease production. Yes, indeed.
You have to cease production.
Okay. I'm listening. I'm open, because I be looking at people like is why it's okay for you to do it. Like, you doing the same thing. You doing the same thing that you was just. I never even complained about this particular person.
It really just came down to, because I used to have a fear, because you still carry on those childlike fears. You have a fear like, oh, if I'm not who this person needs me to be, then they're not going to be my friend anymore.
Okay.
And you might value the relationship with this person, but you see that they're clearly devaluing you as a person, letting them know that they don't value the same relationship that you do with them. And because I am painstakingly loyal to people that devalue me at times, it's like,
I almost knocked my computer out. Okay.
I mean, it's true though. So even as an adult, you still have that childlike fear, like, well, damn, I don't want to lose my friend. Or you try to remember, just like it's a toxic relationship with a man, you try to cover the multitudes of wrongs with love. Like, well, but she really helped me out with this, or, she was there for me and she gave me this, or, man, we used to have so much fun with this. And you have to recognize when your time is up and when it's over.
Indeed.
You have to recognize when it's no longer of any use to you, because you are being used. And I had to really just force myself out of that fearful space to where it was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like the way this feels. I had a sister, and we had this conversation, so I'll share it openly. But I had a sorority sister that tried to say that when I'm around my sister, that I always act different, and the energy is always different. And I had to think about it and really digest what it is that she said to me. And I was like, Okay, my sister is not warm and fuzzy with y'all. My sister is not notoriously warm and fuzzy. But my sister, I'm sorry that you didn't have the pleasure of being born with your soulmate. I'm sorry that you did not absolutely find the love of your life in your sibling the way that I did. I'm sorry that your sister's not your best friend. I'm sorry that there's an unspoken language between my sister and I. I'm sorry that I love her to smithereens. I'm sorry that I will let anybody know that my sister takes precedence over anyone. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm sorry that you don't have that type of connection with people. But if anything, when my sister is around, or if I'm in the presence of real friends, I am acting most like myself because she is always a protective barrier around me when I'm around people that misuse me.
Yeah.
And she may not say it outright to anyone else. Usually when you observe my sister, she's very quiet. People tend to think that she's standoffish. That is actually just the opposite of what she is. She's just quiet because that's just who she is. But when she got something to say, you know she gonna say it.
Yeah.
And she ain't gonna give a damn about who there to hear it. She
Yeah.
gonna say what the hell she got to say.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's like, no, don't deflect from a behavior that I exemplified of me finally taking up for myself, standing up for me as the way or as a means to combat the manipulative transactions that have existed between us over years. Don't deflect that energy because number one, that's a surefire way to get you fucked up because you're talking about my sister. So now you are taking liberties that have not been afforded to you.
Ooh.
You know, so and I had to make that very clear to her. So it's like, no, what you're not finna do, we're gonna have a conversation about us, but what you're not finna do is talk about my sister. Because number one, she's not here to defend herself. But number two, don't ever say that I act different because I actually act most like myself when my sister's around. I act most like myself when Patrice is around. I act most like myself when my other sisters are around for me because that's who I really am. So if that's not something that you like, then I suggest you politely exit this friendship and peace to your journey. Because I
It's like
can
peace
no
to your
longer
journey again. Swear to
peace,
God.
peace to your
She said,
journey.
and peace to your journey.
And peace to your journey.
'Cause,
Because I,
yeah.
like you said, I wish you no ill will. I do not want any karma coming back to me.
Do you understand? That's a thing, girl. That's
I
a
don't want any
thing.
parts of that. I wish you peace to your journey. And peace to your journey involves whatever it is that you got coming.
Whatever it is
that you got
and
coming.
it ain't for me to participate in that. Please take you and your salt storm on the other side
Right.
of the street.
Right. But even in the conversation that I had with this sorority sister, she was like, well, I don't charge to your heart because you're still looking at me as if, oh, well, you don't know no better. You were just heavily influenced by your sister. No, what I need you to understand is that I was not being influenced by anyone. It was called I was taking myself back from you because you were using me. You know what I mean? So
that's a serious statement right there, and a serious piece to like resolve on. I'm taking myself back so that I'm not being used. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to protect yourself in a space, to be selfish in a space of self, like literally in self-care. You know what I mean? And without having any ill will. Like, that's a whole bit of work. Y'all understand? Like, people being taken advantage of, when somebody is hurting you, harming you, you want to defend. You want to be hostile. You want to be aggressive. You want to be vengeful. All of these things, to consciously make a decision and say, I see you.
I don't like that shit.
I don't like that. I won't be a part of that behavior. I don't dislike you. I don't like that. You get what I'm saying? Unless you really is just really a part of who you are, then I can say I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, all jokes aside. But I don't like this thing. And if you can't accept that I don't like it and you want to try to keep imposing it on me, I'm okay with accepting a resolve here. And it don't mean I love you any less, because once I've loved you,
it's all love.
It's all love. Now,
I came face to face with a woman yesterday that was upset with me, and she sent me a super hostile and passive aggressive message saying that she charged me wholeheartedly for being a bad friend and that I had no idea what she was going through and that I was not there for her when she needed me to be. She sent me that in a text message. She sent me that in a text message where I was currently, at the time, I was dealing with moving things in and out of my home, being rehospitalized because I had some issues after my brain surgery, being sick with the heat and just healing from brain surgery.
From
'cause I
what
was like-
surgery?
from brain surgery.
Oh, okay.
Right. From like 4 months in. I think she had lost her job or, and it wasn't even about what it was that happened to her in that moment, but it was just, that was another piece to your journey. And I blocked her because any person that is going to be upset with the current things that I'm dealing with in my life, and I can't be there for you the way that I once was when I was healthy or when I had the time to give to you, how dare you get upset with me and tell me that I'm not there for you when you've absolutely offered nothing to me but a conversation in this time that I've been dealing with the calamity that I was exposed to. So I said, I'm sorry. I said, you're right. Maybe it was a season. I apologize for not being who you needed me to be when you needed me to be the person. I'm sorry with everything that I had going on that I couldn't be there for you, because clearly that was the only thing that you were worried about in this in this communication, in this friendship, in this camaraderie, and whatever.
I just don't understand. Well, not I'm saying I never. At this stage in my life, I have to say that I just don't understand the depth or the heaviness of this one-sided. How are we having a relationship? And it's
that was
only
just some of the most
like
selfish
how,
shit that was ever said to me.
Like
I lost my job a year ago. You ain't offered it. I mean, not that I was even expecting you to, but are you seriously sitting here saying you just want me to be present for a conversation? You just want to talk to me. You want to lay down your troubles and your worries, and you want to gobble up some more of my energy. And I blocked her. She was like, I feel like you blocked me, but you're always going to be my friend. No. I'm afraid we are not friends.
I know you.
But when I saw her yesterday, she had on her mask, and I saw her, and I was looking at her before she was like, "Who is the hell?" She was like, "Oh, hey!" You could tell the energy, the trajectory. It was like the trajectory, all of it. Trajectory. It was all like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually looking at this bitch." And I'm like, "Hey, it's nice to see you." And she called me sometime. That's not going to happen. But it was really nice to see you. And I hope that you're doing well.
That nigga said, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
But it's good to see you well.
But it's good to see you.
It's good to see you well. Selena Davis Cook says she just said a word and spoke to my entire soul. Thank you for these truth bombs you're dropping. Listen. I work I know people don't think about it like this. And I know it even sounds unrealistic because motherfuckers don't do it. So I ain't tripping. But I was bullied as a kid from inside of the family, more so than I was externally. So I spent a lot of time with friends outside of my house or people outside of my house with seeking validation in those spaces as opposed to finding comfort in home. And I work diligently to make sure that my behavior doesn't mimic the behavior that was exhibited to me that made me feel in those moments the least I had ever felt, whether it was broken, hurtful, whatever, less than, whatever moment. So I work diligently to not do that to other people because I know what it feels like. Right. So when people look at me or somebody is saying, you just was trying to, I'd be like, bitch, I'll fight you that for now because I ain't never.
Right.
And that's when I get mad. I get mad about that. Don't ever accuse me of maliciousness because I can count the times on one hand that I've actually was like, you know what? Catch this work. And because I don't like the way it feels to me. Like it's not a part of who I am, and doesn't feel good. And because I'm that person, because I don't like the way it feels, when you accuse me of that, now you talking about my character. Now you on my name. So now we got a whole situation. Now we got a whole nother conversation.
You are questioning my integrity.
Now you on my integrity. What we not gonna do is that. Now that I won't allow. Now it allows you to talk up. You can call me fat. You done said that I was selfish, all kinds of stuff. But you're not gonna do question my integrity,
right?
Because what I know what my intentions are. And I know when I'm doing something in its purpose. So I work on me daily.
And she is clearly aware.
I'll be aware.
And she is a mastermind. And she's going to tell you if she's doing whatever it is that she's doing.
Yeah. Like, seriously.
She has this little giggle.
You so silly. Don't do that. You turn off the radio.
She has this little giggle. It's the cutest thing.
You're so crazy.
But I'll be like, oh,
here it comes.
It's about to be
here it comes. Here it comes. I'll be like, Lord.
On a good day, you might catch her. Watch this.
But I want to
maliciously.
I just want to. I want to be a reflection, a positive reflection of the light that I believe that God has placed in me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people think, well, I don't think that I'm better than anybody, but I work diligently to not be the same person I was the day before, to not have the same focuses, not to have the same hangups. And in some places I'm lacking. And I understand that. I'm still scared of thunderstorms. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I love them.
I know. I'm not, it's not as bad anymore though. You know what I'm saying? But there used to be an aching in my soul during that time that apparently is connected to some trauma that I don't even know, that I can't even pull up enough layers for it.
Look up your epigenetic.
You get what I'm saying? It's there, something that happened. And I'd be like, oh, let's get the man in the tree. Get the man in the tree. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? All of that to say, I just want to be better. And I do the show, even headboard conversations, is so that we can learn to communicate better. We can be better.
What's the name of that?
The name of what?
That deity that has all of the arms.
Oh, that's
Vishnu.
Good. I don't know. You about to find out?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you have to stop doing.
That's what I need to stop doing. Oh, look at that.
Who can't spell?
What was that? So, as we get ready to wrap up, I'm going to get ready to do a quick wrap up. For you, want to give the folks a little bit of something to walk away in their spirits with today? I'm going to look it up. It's a Hindu god, right?
Yes, that's Shiva.
Shiva.
That's who you are. Just because you are impressive does not mean that everyone needs to be subject or privy to your brilliance. And I'm going to say that to her as well as all of you. Stop sitting out here in y'all Superman complexes trying to save every hoe that you come into contact with. You do not have to save anyone but yourself. Ultimately, do as much good work as you possibly can. But understand that for every piece of good work done for others, that you have to do more for yourself so that you can continue to do work for others. Self-care is necessary. Self-care is mandatory. Or there will be no self to care for.
And on that note, I'd like to thank you for logging on to Live with JustPatrice this fine Monday. Here we're hanging out with my sunshine. Look at it right here. Francis Freebird Morgan is in the building. Don't forget to visit our website, freebiedoesit.com, because Freebie does it. She has some amazing treasures for you or a loved one or all y'all's. Or if you just wanted to send me a gift, you can do that too. I'm just saying, you're welcome to. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us today. It's been magical, like magical. I love being with my sister. I love being with my baby. And congratulations to you.
Thank you.
On all your entire journey.
54 pounds.
54 pounds. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations, Mama.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
crossing my leg.
Do you see that smile though? Do you feel good?
Yeah, but I gotta fix the smile next. I know. Hey, I'm human. I'm still learning. I'm still working on me. Okay. We got any black dentists willing to help a poor unfortunate soul?
Anybody know a
That's
black
for real,
dentist?
solicitation.
You look for a dentist.
I'm looking for a black dentist that is willing to help a poor unfortunate soul.
Mm-hmm. You so poor unfortunate soul. Anywho, I love her. I love y'all. And until next week, I holler y'all. This girl is bananas. Love you, mama.
Love you too.